The following is an exclusive presentation of E-Tech Sports. This is the Henderson Lions Football Coaches Show, featuring Henderson head football coach Clay Baker, with insight on the Henderson Lions and this week's opponent. The Henderson Football Coaches Show is brought to you by the Henderson Football Booster Club. Come be a part of their meetings every Tuesday night at 6 at the high school indoor facility. Now, with the Henderson Lions Football Coaches Show, here's Mark McClain.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of our Henderson Football Coaches Show. Mark McClain here, along with Clay Baker. Tonight, the Lions' first road game of the season. A little short trip down the highway to Jacksonville, which we'll talk about here in just a moment. Tough contest last week with Liberty ILO. I've seen a lot of football. Never coached a game. What do you tell the kids after a game like that?
You know, we just... Number one, you know, we let them know that we appreciate the effort. It was obvious that our kids gave maximum effort. They continued to fight for 48 minutes. So you let them know we appreciate that. But then you talk to them about making sure that you don't forget this feeling right now, that, you know, if you're upset we lost good, you should be. Now make sure you don't forget this feeling when you show up to go to work Monday. You know, bring this feeling with you and make sure that we don't feel it again. Find the mistakes we made on film, be ready to correct those next week when we show up, and be ready to go to work and put a good week together. And, you know, so far I feel like our kids have done that this week.
Is it too simple to say ball security? Is there a lot more to it than just that?
No, I mean, on the offensive side of the ball, you know, that's the big thing is we had 3 turnovers, whereas one of them was a miscue on a snap, another one was an interception, and then another one was a big play on the first play of the game with a big pass, and then we ended up fumbling. And after that, besides for that, I thought our execution on the offensive side of the ball was really good. We didn't punt the ball all night. So I feel like our offensive line did a good job controlling the line of scrimmage. Skilled kids did a good job. You take those 3 turnovers away, and we score every possession we get it, and then that kind of makes it to where Liberty ILO is playing catch up instead of us. That
first score for them and then the 2-point conversion, did that kind of put you, I don't know, it seemed like that 2-point conversion, you were chasing that all night.
Yeah, obviously it gave them momentum, but I feel like we came out and kind of responded in a positive way on our first play when we had a big play also. But then right after that big play, we turned the football over after that big catch. So then that kind of deflates you a little bit, and it definitely puts momentum swing on their side. But I was proud of the fact that, you know, that was a big momentum moment and early in the game, but our kids stayed resilient, and they continued to battle. And then the next time we go out, we drive down and we score.
I thought it was kind of interesting, fascinating in its own way. From a Liberty ILO standpoint, their running plays were what they were up and down the field. All of those pass plays, though, the screens to the wide receivers and all that stuff, did you get the feeling, because I kind of did throughout the game, everything was to their sideline?
A lot of it was, yes. Majority of it was. And, you know, a lot of it was because, they got the ball to number 12 a lot, and he was aligned on that side. But their kids did a great job of making things happen when they got the ball in space. And ours, I feel like our lack of pursuit helped them in that area, and that's something that we've really, really worked hard on this week is having more effort in our pursuit to the football. It's difficult to tackle really good athletes in space one-on-one, and that's what happened a lot. So we got to get better at our pursuit. That way we get multiple hats to the ball carrier.
I just didn't know if that was something that you coaches do on purpose.
Sometimes, yeah, just because you can see your sidelines better, so if you see something you like on that side of the field, then obviously you want to take advantage of it. So, I've been known to do that some in the past as well, where, you can see that side of the field better. It's right in front of you.
Okay, that makes sense. Other than the effort, which obviously was there, what were some things that you did like?
Yeah, like I said, I like the fact that our kids continue to overcome adversity. We felt like we were playing catch up that whole game, but our kids didn't blink. If they went down and scored and they'd take a lead on us, our offense stayed positive. They were right there, and we would go back and we would answer. So I was proud of that, and I was proud of the way that they never got down. They continued to trust in the game plan, especially on the offensive side. Like I said, I just feel like we put ourselves in a little bit too big of a hole early on to have to try to play catch up there.
A 3-point loss to Liberty Island last week, even up the season at 1-1 now. Henderson down at Jacksonville tonight. We'll come back and we'll talk about the Indians here in just a moment.
The Henderson Football Booster Club is dedicated to helping the coaches and players and support groups for the Henderson Lions football team. You're always invited to the Booster Club meetings at 6 p.m. each Tuesday at the indoor facility meeting room. Coach Baker will talk about the last game and take a look at the upcoming game. On game night, get your shirts, caps, and other Henderson Lions merchandise and the best food around at the Booster Club concession stand. Supporting the Lions, it's the Henderson Football Booster Club.
Back once again here with Henderson coach Clay Baker. Tonight, the Lions on the road for the first time this season. Not a very long trip, but a good one down to Jacksonville. What do you think? Sometimes coaches like to have that road game early in the season, get the team together and all that kind of stuff. Glad to have the first two here and now hit the road?
Sure, yeah. We always like to be here at our own stadium. But, you also want to see how your kids are going to handle a road trip. Fortunately, this first one, as you said, it's not very far. A place that we're familiar with, a place that we also got a win last year. So it's nice that our first road test is going to be somewhere that's close, that we are familiar with and comfortable playing at.
A Jacksonville team that they've had their struggles in the last couple of years, ended up 0-10 last year. And what do you get for all your efforts? You get bumped up to a higher classification. Are they still, they got a nice win last week, so struggling, yeah, maybe, but they're rebuilding and kind of on their way, aren't they? Sure,
yeah, and they've changed things system-wise and scheme-wise on both sides of football. And they played well last week, got their first win, so their kids are excited, their staff's excited. I'm sure they've got some good positive momentum coming into this week, unfortunately. Same similar situation. They are kind of in a rebuild process, but we feel like the big focus for us is more so just on ourselves and making sure we continue to get better in these last two non-district games.
With the new offensive and defensive coordinator, like say, it comes new systems, not even worth looking at last year's film? Is it that different?
Yeah, besides looking back at personnel and particular kids, it's completely different scheme-wise on both sides of the ball. So, you'll get more out of the two videos from this year than you will last year, except for going back and looking at certain kids, basically, and just kind of seeing how certain kids play particular things.
So from what you've seen, what are they doing now?
Yeah, they're a lot more run-heavy on the offensive side of the ball, a lot of unbalanced stuff, a lot of single tight end, two tight end, heavy back sets. So, they're going to rely heavily on their run game. Now, obviously, they're going to take some shots if they see opportunities, but they're going to be a run-heavy team on that side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball, I feel like their run defense has played really well in both games. Even the first game that they lost against Center, they did a good job of controlling Center's run game. Center just had some success throwing the football against them. So, they've done a little bit different deal on that side of the ball where they're going to go with 4 down linemen. They're going to have a little bit more guys in the box and try to take away the run game.
Yeah. And like I say, with the win last week, get a little momentum. Dangerous team is a dangerous team, aren't they?
Sure, yeah. We're not in the position to take anybody lightly. Like I said, we've got to focus on ourselves. And we understand how difficult it is to win on any given Friday night. So, we're not going to overlook any opponent. We're going to come out ready to go and hopefully playing some of our best ball right now.
They've got a sophomore quarterback. Is it always a challenge to, especially with a young one like that, to get him rattled and get him out of his game?
Yeah, they've played 2 different guys there. They had one that got injured in the first game, and then they played a different kid in the second game. One of them a senior, one of them a sophomore. So, we're not really sure. With high school, you don't necessarily get injury reports, so we're not necessarily sure which one we're going to get. We're prepared for both, but we won't know until we get there which one we get.
Okay. All the unknowns of early season games, right?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, we'll step aside, take a break, and come back and continue with the program in just a moment.
The Henderson Football Booster Club is dedicated to helping the coaches and players and support groups for the Henderson Lions football team. You're always invited to the Booster Club meetings at 6 p.m. each Tuesday at the indoor facility meeting room. Coach Baker will talk about the last game and take a look at the upcoming game. On game night, get your shirts, caps, and other Henderson Lions merchandise and the best food around at the Booster Club concession stand. Supporting the Lions, it's the Henderson Football Booster Club.
And we are back once again with Clay Baker as the Henderson Lions go to Jacksonville, take on the Indians tonight in game number 3 of the 2024 season. This week you didn't put like earpiece in Vince's helmet or anything, did you? I mean, can't give you a megaphone for the sideline.
No, sir. Yeah, I'm struggling talking a little bit right now. I've lost my voice, but fortunately, Vince he's a junior, but he's still a veteran for us, and he knows the offense really well. So he's got a good idea of what I'm trying to say and relay to him.
Plus, I think I've got that hand signal thing down pretty good.
We do. Our kids, we got some signals, and they understand all those. So, and I got plenty of other coaches that I can talk in a headset, and they can relay it for me.
Well, obviously, scoring points has not been an issue. I dare say, even though you've given up a lot of points, the defense is hustling and playing well. It's sometimes these first couple of games, they're hard to figure out, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And I feel like we've improved on that side of the football from last year. Now, are we where we want to be? No, absolutely not. Our big thing we want this week on that side of the ball is we would just like to see better pursuit. I think our tackling has improved from last year. You just couldn't tell it as much last week because, like I said, it's extremely difficult to make one-on-one tackles in space when they have athletes like that. So we've got to do a better job of getting pursuit and getting 11 hats to the football.
A lot of times it's just how teams match up with each other. Last week, maybe it just wasn't that great a matchup. This week, do you see yourself in Jacksonville as a really good matchup, both sides of the ball?
I do, and I think it is a little bit better style matchup for us defensively. For example, Logan White, for us, number 24, he led us in tackles week 1, but we had to do a lot of things with him week 2, which took him out of the box, which limited him on his tackles, which he still had a good game and still led us in tackles. But he had about half the amount of tackles that he had in game 1. So this would be a little bit better style where we can keep him in the box. You'd like to think that would help us with tackles as well.
From an offensive standpoint, obviously, like say, you move the ball up and down the field, especially with Starling running the football. Want to establish that early?
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, their defense they have a good run defense, and I feel like that's their strength. But I also feel like we can run the ball really well. We have showed that through 2 weeks, so we're not going to get away from that. Our offensive line has done a good job of winning the battle at the line of scrimmage in both games. And we expect them to do the same thing this week. The big thing is we just have to take care of the football.
Yeah. Starling youngster, obviously he is what he is with his speed and quickness and what he's able to do. A couple of weeks ago, you used the Bishop youngster a couple of times. Didn't get much playing out of him last week with Liberty Ilo. He's a totally different kind of back. He provides you a different punch, doesn't he?
He is, yeah, and he's a young man. It's going to get better each week. He's young. He's a sophomore. That was his first Friday night experience a couple weeks ago. But he's going to be a good little mix up or change up whenever Meaty does need a breather or a break. But yeah, Bishop he's a tough runner. He's a downhill runner. He's north-south. So he's going to get positive yards for us. But, yeah, like I say, he's going to continue to get better each week, and he'll continue to see more playing time each week.
Your receivers showing the last couple of weeks, they can take a handoff and run with it if they need to also. They're kind of a very interesting, talented group, aren't they?
Yeah. We feel like we've got quite a few skilled kids that we can get the ball in their hands. With Mason and Amari at receiver, they both had some good catches last week. I want to say they had 4 or 5 catches apiece. And then Lamarian Coleman, he's another special athlete for us that we want to try to make sure we get the ball in his hands as much as often also.
As you go to Jacksonville on Friday night, what's the main thing you want to see? What do you want to see out of you guys?
We want to continue to see the effort and continue to see them maximum effort for 48 minutes. But the big thing, like I said, offensively, we got to take care of the football. I want to see us minimize turnovers. We've had 3 turnovers both games. So we got to find a way to eliminate those. And then defensively, we just want to see pursuit. That's something that we've really, really harped on this week is getting 11 hats to the football. So we want to see that translate to the field Friday night.
For a lot of these guys, especially those who were on the team last year, if all goes well, they can say they went to the Tomato Bowl twice and won both times.
That's the goal, yes, sir. We would love to get some momentum going here with these last 2 games leading in the district.
Coach, as always, I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You've been listening to the Henderson Lions Football Coaches Show, presented by the Henderson Football Booster Club. Stay with us now for live coverage of Henderson Lions football, right here on KWRD, an E-Tex Radio Group station.
Store more stuff in a General Shelter's portable building from Ballou Brothers Portable Buildings and Carports, your authorized General Shelter's dealer. In need of a carport or garage? They've got you covered. Call Ballou Brothers for everyday low prices on General Shelter's portable buildings and carports. Ask about their rent-to-own. Ballou Brothers, see them at Highway 64 in the Loop in Henderson, Texas. Locally owned and operated. Call 903-657-2743 today.
At Cooper First Automotive and Truck Service, you can count on technicians who know your vehicle and repair your vehicle with precise care. Whether it be foreign or domestic, car, truck, or even big rig, Cooper First Automotive and Truck Service will diagnose your problem and seamlessly repair your vehicle's issues. It's time to get that repair done on your vehicle, so be sure to see the pros at Cooper First Automotive and Truck Repair. Check them out at 3486 Highway 79 South in Henderson. Cooper First Automotive is a proud sponsor of Henderson High School sports for the season.
This is Michelle Hyatt, the owner of Trophy Wife Medi-Spa. Did you know that we now offer weight loss management, including semaglutide and tirzepatide? Experience our new state-of-the-art InMode laser device to make unwanted hair a thing of the past, for scar revision, or for an answer to your rosacea with an IPL treatment. We also offer Botox, dermal filler, and IB therapy. It's time for you, the new you, at Trophy Wife Medi-Spa. Schedule your free consultation at TrophyWifeMedispa.com or call us at 903-930-2493. Financing available.
At UT Health Henderson, you can count on their 24-hour emergency services that are designated as a Level 4 Trauma Center with Level 3 Stroke Certification. Be sure to look into their advanced radiologic and diagnostic technologies, including in-depth 3D digital mammography. UT Health Henderson is your gateway to the family birthplace, including 3 labor, delivery, and recovery rooms, and finally a physician clinic offering family medicine, pediatrics, pain management, general surgical, gastrointestinal, orthopedic, and women's health. UT Health Henderson. See them at uthealthhenderson.com.
It's time for Henderson Lions football. Henderson Football is a sports presentation of the E-Tex Radio Group and KWRD, with broadcast rights granted by the Henderson Independent School District. Tonight's game is on KWRD 1470 and 98.5 and is being streamed online at KWRD985.com. You can also watch the game on the KWRD Facebook page and the Henderson ISD website. Henderson Football is brought to you by
Ballou Brothers, your General Shelters dealer. J&B Security. UT Health Henderson. Howell Recycling. Gas and Supply. Fairway Ford. Griffiths Towing. Randall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. S&N Cleaners. Trophy Wife Medi-Spa. Management Training Corporation. Ascent Complete Electrical. Crossroads Family Care. 3MC Construction. Cooper First Automotive. Cabana Sam's. Henderson Football Booster Club. Cayman Transport and CDL Academy. Palestine Home Center. T-Mobile Henderson.
Now for tonight's game. Let's go out to the stadium. Here's Mark McLean.
And tonight we come to you from the historic Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville as the Henderson Lions and the Jacksonville Indians get together for non-district game number 3 of the season. Both teams coming in here tonight at 1-1. And again, they have been in the same district last couple of years, but Jacksonville, even going 0-10 last year, they ended up having to get bumped up because of enrollment. So now Jacksonville out of District 7 5A Division 2. Henderson, of course, still in Division in 9-4A Division 1 as far as their district is concerned. But always a great time when the two teams get together, have been for years, and decided to continue to do it even with the redistricting and realignment and all that kind of stuff. We appreciate you joining us here tonight from our CDL Training Academy broadcast booth here at the Tomato Bowl. This is our UT Health Henderson pregame show. I understand that due to some technical issues, broadband issues, things that are way over my head, no Facebook live stream tonight. It's strictly on YouTube. So the YouTube is where the video for tonight's contest is. Of course, you're also hearing us KWRD 1470 98.5 and streaming us on KWRD as well. So there are many ways to hear us and to watch the game tonight on our KWRD YouTube channel. And so we thank you very much for doing that here tonight. Quick word to Fire Chief Sonny Ibarra or to our Fire Marshal Patrick Dooley. Yes, that was a fire alarm you heard go off in the building towards the end of the coaches show, and yes, we finished the coaches show. So hate to tell you that we finished talking on the coaches show even through a fire alarm, but I'm assuming it was a false alarm. I'm not sure. Anyway, we thank you for joining us here tonight. Jason Martin is here. He's out there on the camera. Ken White is joining us tonight on all the video controls and video production and all that sort of thing, and doing it for his first adventure with us. And we're glad to have Ken with us here tonight and look forward to that as well. Henderson Lions taking the field here for pregame this evening. Again, Henderson coming in here tonight with the win over Athens 2 weeks ago, 45-35. Lost out, tough one to Liberty Ilo last week, 44-41 was the final in that one. Jacksonville, they lost their season opener against Center, 38-7. Then got a win last week at Brownsboro, 35-7. This is their home opener for the 2024 season, as again they played Center and Brownsboro on the road, and now have a couple of home games. Henderson tonight, and they will play Athens here next week. But all in all, a beautiful night. Fair skies, temperature mid-80s, about 45% on the humidity. Very light breeze at about 3 miles an hour. So really a nice night for a high school football game. Always a great setting here at the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville. And even through the road construction, the Henderson folks have made their way here. Nice crowd on hand for the start of this contest coming up in just a few minutes. We're going to step aside, take a break, continue with our UT Health Henderson pregame show, and we will do that here in just a moment. Again, it is Henderson and Jacksonville tonight here at the Tomato Bowl, and we're going to step aside, take a break. Back here in just a moment. It's Henderson football on KWRD 1470 98.5.
Management Training Corporation is hiring. They offer highly competitive pay, excellent promotional opportunities, MTC college tuition reimbursement, paid internships towards a career in substance abuse counseling. MTC offers 401k, health insurance, dental insurance, vision coverage, and finally, paid time off, including holidays. This is the game-changing career you've been looking for. Apply at mtcjobs.com and make the first step of your new career.
T-Mobile has a new store here in Henderson at 2303 US 79 South. T-Mobile's been investing billions to light up their award-winning network, which covers 99% of people in America. And great coverage is just the start, because T-Mobile customers enjoy tons of other benefits. From our price lock guarantee to non-stop streaming to weekly deals and giveaways, switch and see how customers get tons of great benefits to do more of what they love. So check out your new neighborhood store in Henderson at 2303 US 79 South. There's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Coverage not available in some areas. Price lock for qualifying new accounts with eligible service exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com for more information.
S&N Cleaners and Laundry Service in Henderson is the only full-service in-house dry cleaners in Rusk County. That means that your clothes stay right where you drop them off. Quick turnarounds for shirts, pants, dresses, suits, and even your bedding like comforters. S&N Cleaners and Laundry for all your dry cleaning and laundry needs. Go see Wayne and his staff for great service and great value. S&N Cleaners, 215 East Fordall in Henderson. See them on Facebook or call 903-657-4545 today.
And we are back once again here this evening at the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville. It is our UT Health Henderson pregame show for Henderson Lions football here tonight. Henderson again coming in here tonight at 1-1 on the season. Justin Starling, the 5'5 junior, 50 carries, 348 yards, and 7 touchdowns already for him on the season. Meanwhile, Vince Howard, he has thrown for 380 yards and a couple of touchdowns, run for a couple of touchdowns as well, 85 yards on carries for quarterback Vince Howard. Mason Jones, Lamarian Coleman, Jordan Irvin, Amari Murphy, they all play heavily into the Henderson offensive scheme of doing things. From a Jacksonville standpoint, they are led by Dede Morris, a senior running back. 43 carries on the season, 313 yards and 3 touchdowns. Rodarius Searles, he's carried the ball 22 times for 163 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Going with a sophomore quarterback, Trent Clater, only 5 of 20 for 29 yards in the game that he played last week against Brownsboro. So not real sure if we're going to see much of a Jacksonville passing game. They may try things tonight that they didn't do last week, so we shall see. Jason Holman in his 3rd season at his alma mater at Jacksonville High, 4-18 in that time. Of course, Clay Baker in his 2nd season as head coach of the Henderson Lions, his alma mater as well. So a couple of former students at their respective schools for their head coaching jobs. Down at the field and our national anthem tonight. Jacksonville band with our national anthem here this evening at the Tomato Bowl. It is Henderson, it is Jacksonville, and we will have the kickoff of tonight's contest for you here in just a couple of minutes. It's our UT Health Henderson pregame show here from the CDL Training Academy broadcast booth. We are going to step aside, take a break. We will come back with the opening kickoff of tonight's contest in just a couple of minutes. This is Henderson Football on KWRD 1470 98.5.
Randall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram has the Jeep you're looking for. Right now, save big money on a new 2024 Jeep Gladiator Sport S model. Or also save big on a new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo X. Friday Night Lights means great deals on the full line of Jeep vehicles. Hurry in and drive home your new Jeep from Randall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. See them at the Star in Henderson or online at randallDodgeChryslerJeep.com.
Want to put some jingle in your jeans? The pros at Howell Recycling got you covered. They buy car bodies, tin, iron, lead, batteries, aluminum cans, aluminum material, brass, radiators, as well as copper. So if your yard, shed, or garage needs a cleaning, keep Howell Recycling at the forefront of your mind because they pay top dollar for the things you have little or no use for. Howell Recycling, 3038 County Road, 205 North in Henderson. Call 903-392-8140. Howell Recycling, proud sponsors of Henderson Lions Sports.
The Henderson Football Booster Club is dedicated to helping the coaches and players and support groups for the Henderson Lions football team. You're always invited to the Booster Club meetings at 6 p.m. each Tuesday at the indoor facility meeting room. Coach Baker will talk about the last game and take a look at the upcoming game. On game night, get your shirts, caps, and other Henderson Lions merchandise and the best food around at the Booster Club concession stand. Supporting the Lions, it's the Henderson Football Booster Club.
Palestine Home Center has a home that will exactly fit your family and your budget. If you've been shopping and can't find what you've been looking for at the right price or get financial approval, it's time to see the experts at Palestine Home Center. They have prices on Texas-built quality homes that are kicking the competition to the curb. Their price can't be beat. Their product can't be beat. They set up and take care of their customers. It's the place to go for your mobile home in East Texas. Palestine Home Center, 8048 Highway 79, 903-914-2159.
And we are back once again here this evening in Jacksonville in, of course, the historic Tomato Bowl. It's probably been a few years. I forget. It's got to be a good 4 or 5 years since they had the renovations, and it's still looking great as this contest is underway here tonight. Casey Cardenas kicks off for Jacksonville as Jacksonville won the toss of the coin tonight and deferred to the second half. So it'll be Henderson football as the Lions on the return. Bring it out here right in front of us at the 35-yard line. $11:56 to go here in this opening quarter. First quarter of the contest tonight is Service of Gas and Supply. So on first down from the 35, Vince Howard, Henderson quarterback, in the backfield, looks to his left, swing pass to Justin Starling. Starling out to the 40, maybe to the 41 before he is brought down. Defensively coming in on the stop for Jacksonville. Mario Coleman. Henderson in the white uniforms tonight, white jerseys, white pants, the blue helmets, the blue numerals. A pass from Coleman, or from Howard, is going to be complete. Nicely done. Up past midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's going to be Mason Jones on the reception. And nicely done there for a nice gain and a Henderson first down. A 26-yard gain on that play down to the 45-yard line of Jacksonville. Here's Howard down the line on an option, pitches back to Starling. Starling breaks one tackle, still on his feet, gains a little extra yardage. Inside the 30, they'll bring him down at about the 26, 27-yard line. Here in Jacksonville, they have, of course, the really nice palatial press box on the home side. As Henderson quickly back to play, and it's going to be Howard keeping it himself. Nicely done. Starling tackled in the backfield. Howard's got the football inside the 20. So a beautiful press box on the home side here at the Tomato Bowl, but they have put a press box on the visitor side where we are that is really a fine facility. I give them credit. The visitors' facilities here are really, really good, and that is where we are. Here is a quick pass out to the corner. That's Amari Murphy on the reception. Now the question will be, did he step out of bounds? And officials are going to say apparently he did at about the 4-yard line. So here on the visitor side, we're watching, we're right in front or right behind the Henderson fans, have them out in front of us. Henderson band down here to my right. And the snap from center on the next play, it'll be a handoff to Starling. Starling will reach out, and Starling is in the end zone for a 4-yard touchdown run. And for Starling, that is going to be his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. So Henderson here in this first quarter with the 10-11 to go in the quarter. Moving right down the field. penalty flag flies on the Ivan Navarro extra point attempt, so we'll get that also sorted out. So our first penalty of the game comes on the extra point. The officiating crew will take a moment on this and figure it out.
On the defense, one of the injured players did not have his hand on the ground. By rule, his hand must be on the ground. The kick is good, or we'll have an option of half the distance to the goal.
Okay, well, our referee, Mike D. Jones, out of the Tyler chapter, says that the kick was good. I guess they gave Henderson an option of taking the ball half the distance to the goal and giving them another opportunity, but they decided to take the point that they have, and that is what they have. So we have a timeout on the field here as Henderson has taken the ball and just moved it right down the field. We'll just hang on to it here after this first scoring play. The 4-yard touchdown run from Justin Starling and Navarro's kick. Makes it 7-0 Henderson with 10-11 to go here in this first quarter. So after a good start for the Henderson Lions, and again from Henderson's standpoint, scoring points has not been a problem. That has not been a problem. You score 35 against Athens, or 45 against Athens, and then you score 41 against Liberty Ilo in a losing effort. So your ability to score some points is not a question at all. Now it's going to be, can you stop this Jacksonville offense in their tracks and get the ball back and do something else? For Henderson, Eric Garza has the football teed up for the kick, and Garza's kick is not going to go 10 yards. He kind of pooch kicks a lot of times. That time, it wasn't even a pooch. So Jacksonville is going to have the football, and they are going to have it in great field position right out here around midfield or so. 10-11 to go in this first quarter. Get our first quarter tonight, Service of Gas and Supply. Well, so we had a couple of penalties on Henderson on the kickoff. And so after all is said and done, Jacksonville is going to have the football in Henderson territory at the 49-yard line. So we'll see Trent Clater. He's a sophomore at quarterback. Elijah Whitaker, a big receiver here on the near side. Jacksonville in all gold tonight. Blue helmets, but jerseys and pants are of a gold color. And running play will get inside the 40 down to the 39-yard line. So I said 49. They actually started the drive at the 44. Even better field position than I was giving them credit for. 7-0 Henderson lead. First time tonight that Jacksonville has the football, as they have it right here in front of us, going left to right. Again, it's going to be a handoff running play that is going to go nowhere fast from a Jacksonville standpoint. Offensively for Henderson, Lamarian Coleman. Kyle Pelham also in there for the tackle. Jacksonville back to the line of scrimmage, ready for the next play. Shotgun snap, penalty flags fly right at the inception of the play. Again, Jacksonville, they were 0-10 last year. It was a tough season for head coach Jason Holman, Jacksonville High grad, former defensive coordinator at Lufkin, former head coach there at Tatum before he had the chance 3 years ago to come back to Jacksonville. Penalty against Jacksonville is going to move the football back to the 45-yard line. It's a 3rd and 11 situation for Jacksonville at the Henderson 45. Here's the quarterback, Clater. Hands off, running play coming near side, and the ball carrier got wrapped up and swallowed up from behind. On the carry, D.D. Morris for Jacksonville. Got the football down to the 40, and it brings up a 4th down situation for Jacksonville. And field position-wise and all that kind of good stuff, not much they can do other than go for it. So it's a 4th and 6, 4th and 7 situation. Clater with Mars in the backfield next to him. And it'll be the handoff to Mars, and Mars is going to be wrapped up and dropped for a loss back at the 45-yard line. Whole host of Henderson defenders came in on that tackle, and the Henderson defense happy with the job they did on their first play of the night. And they come off the field, and Henderson, the offense, will replace them with 7:49 to go in this first quarter. Henderson up by a 7-0 score. Lions offense will take the field and start this drive at their own 43. So right here in front of us as we look at things from the 43-yard line, motion across the backfield, handoff going around right end. Lamarian Coleman on the carry. Coleman able to get just a couple of yards there up to the 45-yard line. So Coleman and Corey Harper are split out wide here to the near side. Mason Jones to the far side of the field as Howard back to pass, launches it downfield, and this one is incomplete. Defensively for Jacksonville, Brendan Richards had it right in his hands. The ball was coming right at him, reached up there and had it in his hands and dropped it. Kind of got bumped into by one of his own teammates, I think. Stops the clock with 7:09 to go here in this first quarter. Henderson leading at 7-0. Lions offense, though, looking at a 3rd and 8 situation. Against Starling, single back in the backfield. Howard back to pass. He'll launch one again downfield. This one is going to be caught. Reaching out, laying out. Nice play. Amari Murphy on the reception. So Murphy's reception, they're going to mark him all the way down at about the 15. So we're looking at about a 40-yard gain there for the Henderson Lions. And Henderson first down at the 15-yard line. Henderson quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Handoff to Starling. Sidesteps a couple of tacklers. And Starling is going to be in the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the night. This one, a 15-yarder. 2nd touchdown of the quarter. 6:36 to go here in this first quarter. And Justin Starling is really runs with a lot of determination, a lot of confidence now in his 2nd year as a starter, as Navarro is on to attempt the extra point. Coy Freeman with the hold, and Navarro's kick is up and good. So we have a timeout on the field here as Henderson has extended their lead to 14-0. We have 6:36 to go here in this first quarter of play. So the Lions have had the football twice. They have scored twice. And we are going to step aside and take a break. Come back here in just a moment. Once again, our score is now Henderson 14, Jacksonville 0. It is Henderson football right here, KWRD 1470, 98.5.
Griffiths Towing, fast, reliable towing solutions for all vehicles, heavy-duty trucks, tractor trailers, and big equipment. Whether it's roadside rescue or assistance, vehicle recovery, or vehicle and equipment transport, call Griffiths Towing. Avid sponsors of local sports in the community they live in and always available to help with friendly 24-hour service and roadside assistance. If you can wreck it, get it stuck, or stall it, Griffiths Towing can haul it. Griffiths Towing, 903-947-6437.
6:36 to go here in this first quarter of play. And for Henderson, Eric Garza has the ball teed up. Well, we'll see what happens this time. Last time he didn't even get it 10 yards, so we'll see what he does as the Lions run up to the 40-yard line and stop and go back. Jacksonville has one man back deep, but ball's not going to get there at all. It's a short pooch kick, again taken by Jacksonville, but immediate tackle made by Henderson kickoff coverage team. And so it's going to be Jacksonville football at about their own 37-yard line. 6:31 to go here in this first quarter of play. Two Justin Sterling touchdown runs of 4 and 15 yards. And this is where we are at 14-0 on a beautiful Friday the 13th. Not sure I get to say that very often. Game's still early. A little timeout and a delay here before we get going to play here. Both teams up at the line of scrimmage, ready to go. And now they're going to call offsides on Henderson again on the kickoff. And Clay Baker was talking to me earlier about the kickoffs, and you know they run up to the kickoff line and stop, and you know the whole thing is to make the other team think about it, because one of these times you're going to actually kick the ball. He was commenting though about the offsides. Once you get to that line, you got to stop. You can't go past it. You can't fall over the line as they have the last couple of weeks. So he said there may be some extra work involved for any of those who get flagged for doing that. So Henderson kickoff, they will try again. This time everybody runs up to the 40-yard line and stops. Nobody wants to run extra wind sprints. And Garza will kick it off again. And another high pooch kick. That's going to be dropped by Jacksonville. Might have been a bad decision to re-kick this thing, as Henderson thinks they have the football right in front of the Jacksonville bench. Guess we'll find out soon enough. Henderson offense, no. Defense is taking the field. So it was Ty Lindsey, a junior for Jacksonville, who was able to get on that football over there right in front of his own bench area. All right, so Jacksonville, after all that, Jacksonville is going to start the drive at their own 40-yard line. Here's a shotgun snap and the handoff to Mars. Mars will kind of dance his way through the Henderson defense up past the 45, about the 47-yard line.
About 7 yards, will be second down 3.
I believe it might have been Rodarius Searles on the carry. Searles, he's a sophomore. I want to say we saw him in the game last year as a freshman. Two receivers here to the near side for Jacksonville. Single back in the backfield next to Clater. Handoff, it will be Searles going around left end, and there goes Searles inside the 40. 30, 25-yard line, and brought down from behind by Rodarius Searles over on the Jacksonville sideline. A good defensive effort for Henderson to run him down, but good blocking for Jacksonville. Good hard running for Searles. And here is Jacksonville with a first down at the Henderson 15-yard line. 14-0. Henderson lead. 5.5 to go here in this first quarter. First quarter, service of gas and supply. One receiver, far side of the field. And Clater will pull it down and kind of run with it on a quarterback draw. And Henderson defense was all over him there. Kyan Pelham, senior defensive tackle, among others, in on that play. Yeah, beautiful night here tonight. Beautiful sunset happening right about now. 45% humidity, about 80 degrees or so. Jacksonville back to the line of scrimmage. Clater, shotgun snap, fakes a handoff, throws a pass over the intended receiver's head over on the far side of the field. So the pass incomplete is going to stop the clock here with 4:21 to go in the first quarter. Football right in the middle of the field at the Henderson 17-yard line. Jacksonville going left to right. Clater, high snap from center. Handoff goes to Searles, and Searles, he's looking toward the end zone. Gets bumped off of his feet inside the 5 and falls forward to about the 3 or the 2. So good hard running there for Rodarius Searles. And here's Jacksonville right back to the line of scrimmage. And whistles blow all over the place. And procedure call against Jacksonville. So, goodness, Jacksonville, they can't stand success. Got down inside the 2. Got right back up to the line of scrimmage in a hurry. And got in too big a hurry. So it kind of gives the Henderson defense a chance to reset as they're going to move the football back outside the 5. It'll be marked at the 6. So they had the ball as far as the 1-yard line and jumped too soon. Jason Martin's train is right on time. So Jacksonville at the Henderson 6. Clater turns, hands off. Searles gets held up this time at the 4. So short gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. 3.5 to go here in this first quarter. Again, 14-0. Henderson lead. Jacksonville trying to change that if they can. Josh Gaskin in the backfield for Jacksonville now as well. And Jason Holman and his coaches going to have to call for a timeout over at the Jacksonville bench area. So, timeout on the field here with 3:01 to go in this first quarter. Jacksonville knocking on the door, but Henderson leading by a 14-0 score. We'll step aside for just a moment, take a break. We're right back on KWRD 1470 and 98.5.
If you live in a rural area, you also know that the power can go out for days or even weeks after a storm. Not only do you need your propane for heating, cooking, you need it for your generator. So if you're already set up for propane or would like to know more, more. Call Gas and Supply. We can fill the large tanks for your home and farm, even have propane tanks available for lease. We can also fill up your gas grill cylinders. Call Gas and Supply 903-657-9166. 903-657-9166.
Back once again here at the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville. Right here in the CDL Training Academy broadcast booth. It is Jacksonville, 2nd and goal at the Henderson 4-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. Again, we have movement all over the place, a little bit on the line. Certainly backs leaning forward and taking a step. So, goodness, you come out of a timeout and then a false start for Jacksonville. So, that just kind of puts the magnifying glass on all the issues that they have. A lot of youth, that's for sure. So, football back to the 9-yard line. Still 2nd and goal from the 9. Trent Clater has not completed a pass. He's only thrown a couple, but they've been incomplete. Again, football is right in the middle of the field. Clater takes a snap from center, hands off. Running play coming near side, and the tackle is going to be made right there at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle again is going to be Kayam Pelham. He's had quite a first quarter. For Henderson, a couple of Lions will check out of the defensive alignment. For Jacksonville, it is 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. Clater takes the snap from center, fakes a handoff, keeps it himself, and he will get smashed right at the line of scrimmage again. Defensively, Logan White, among others, in on the stop. White, 17 tackles coming into the contest here tonight. He's had a couple of really fine games at linebacker. Senior, former, got to talk to him a little bit yesterday, former player Klein Forest down in the Houston area. Here's a 15-yard field goal attempt for KC Cardenas. Football is loose on the snap from center, and so Jacksonville didn't even get a field goal off that they were going to attempt. Well, a Jacksonville drive that started at their own 40-yard line had a nice big run play from Searles out of it and got down on 4th down and got nothing on a bad snap from center, or a bad hold, or a combination of both. So here's Henderson, 1st down at their own 19-yard line. Running play straight ahead. Gets up to about the 25. Henderson, looking at Coleman and Murphy split out here to the near side. Jordan Irvin and Mason Jones to the far side of the field. Single back in the backfield is Starling, as Howard will fake the handoff to Starling, keep it himself, and gain short yardage up to about the 26, 27-yard line. 55 seconds to go here in this first quarter. In our first quarter tonight, service of Gas and Supply. And looks like they're marking off some penalty yardage against Henderson. Back to the 20. So 2nd and 9 for Henderson at their own 20. Howard takes snap from center, looks to his left, passes off to Coleman, or to Starling. coming out of the backfield. Missed him. He had looked downfield, and then when he checked off to Starling, I think threw it maybe a little too hard and off target. Brings up 3rd and 9. In a home opener here tonight for Jacksonville after a couple of road games. Here in 3rd down is the pass downfield intended for Mason Jones right in front of the Jacksonville bench. Incomplete, a little off target. And this brings up 4th down situation. Amazingly enough, a 44-41 game last week against Liberty Ilo. We did not have one punt from either team in the game. And here tonight, we will have one. Or at least we're lining up for one. We haven't had it yet. Braylon Walker, the Henderson punter, will stand back at his own 7-yard line. Low snap from center, but he gets the kick away. Takes the Jacksonville bounce. Now a little bit more of a Henderson roll out to midfield, but Jacksonville is going to have great field position once again as they will start the drive at about their own 47-yard line. 39 seconds to go here in this first quarter of play. 14-0. Henderson leads it. 2 Justin Starling touchdown runs. And that is where we are in this ballgame here tonight. So the Jacksonville offense, they had the one good run from Searles. Other than that, it's been not much going on from Jacksonville offensive standpoint. Here on 1st down, handoff straight ahead. A pass midfield stripe into Henderson territory at the 49-yard line. Morris on the carry that time. As I recall, last year, Jacksonville, one of those teams that kind of does that. Morris one series, Searles the next series. No matter how they're playing, I guess, or who has the hot hand, so to speak, they continue to alternate running backs series to series. Well, that's going to do it for the first quarter here tonight at the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville. And at the end of our first quarter, 2 Justin Starling touchdown runs, and Henderson leads it over Jacksonville by a 14-0 score. We'll step aside, take a break. Back with second quarter action in just a moment. Henderson football on KWRD 1470 98.5.
At Crossroads Family Care, health-related services are available to the local community, regardless of age or socioeconomic status. We provide physicals, full lab services, vision and hearing, pediatrics, dental, and behavioral health care. With 3 convenient locations in Mount Enterprise, Palestine, and Henderson. Call us today to schedule your appointment. 903-392-8203.
Green 38! What does fall, football, and Fairway Ford have in common? A great way to get to the game. At Fairway Ford, they have a large selection of new and pre-owned cars and trucks that'll dazzle the eye. And there's one there just waiting for you. Come check out the rebates, the incentives, and the awesome financing available. You'll come out a winner. Ford builds them, but Fairway Ford makes the difference. Fairway Ford in Henderson. Look for the sign on 79.
Back once again here at the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville. First play of the second quarter is a handoff to Morris, and Morris, as he tries to break away from the line of scrimmage, runs right into a Henderson defender. Getting turned around, that's going to be Anthony Newman on the tackle for the Lions. Football is going to be spotted right at midfield. Second quarter tonight, the service of Cayman Transport. And we are just underway here in this second quarter. Henderson leading by a 14-0 score. In first home game of the season for Jacksonville. And they come up to the line of scrimmage right at midfield. Clater, quarterback, drops back to pass, fires it downfield, and tad bit off target. He was pressured in the backfield, had to get rid of it. Trying to get a pass downfield to Elijah Whitaker, but again led him by several yards. We thank you very much for joining us tonight. Again, I'm told because of technical broadband issues way over my head, and I can say it all, but it's way over my head, so I don't understand what I'm talking about, other than the fact that we're on the KWRD YouTube page tonight. YouTube channel, I think is the technical term there. Yes, so the KWRD YouTube channel is what we're on tonight from the video stream. So I know many of you check out the KWRD Facebook page for the stream, but it's not there tonight. We could only do one or the other, and so the YouTube channel it is. But we're live on the radio as well, and our live stream anywhere around the world. High snap from center. Punter for Jacksonville is just going to do what he can to get this thing downfield. Cardenas punt. Surely it hit somebody in all of this, but it rolls all the way down to the 36-yard line, and apparently that's where they're going to let it stand. I thought for sure that thing had to hit somebody, but apparently not. Well, Jacksonville, they've had some issues on the snapper issues on a field goal attempt now, and also the punt. For Henderson, 10:49 to go in this second quarter. And the Lions will have it first down at their 35. Running play coming near side to Starling. Sidesteps a couple of tacklers, still on his feet. Finally knocked out of bounds into the Henderson bench area. Coming up to make the tackle for Jacksonville, Jordan Dorsey. Moves football up past the 40 to about the 42. It's one of those things, though, Jacksonville is struggling. Henderson has got to take advantage of it. Starling spins out of a play and totally changes the direction of the play. Comes back near side, past midfield, down to the 44-yard line, and a Henderson first down. Mario Rodriguez comes up to make the tackle for Jacksonville, but again, if you're Henderson, you're ahead 14-0. It was, you might think it was a little too easy. So then the last couple of times you've had the football, you've done much of nothing. If you're the Henderson offense, you got to keep the hammer down here. Pass, screen pass, ball loose in the backfield, and Coleman finally, trying to get back on it. Jacksonville says they have it. So again, case in point right there. Henderson offense, as Jacksonville does come up with a fumble. So the Henderson offense has got to kind of refocus here. Yes, you've got a 14-0 lead, but you've got to refocus, and you got to put the hammer down on a team that's not having much success. Instead, you've kind of lost focus, and you've given Jacksonville the ball on a turnover. And you put your defense right back out there on the field. 9:34 to go here in this second quarter. So it'll be Jacksonville football at the Henderson 41. On first down, Searles back in the ball game and running back. He will get the handoff and go forward just a little bit, down to about the 38, 39-yard line. 9:17 and counting here in this first half. Again, this was the site of one of Henderson's 2 victories last year. They won the first ball game of the season last year, won the last one right here on that November night. As the handoff goes to Searles again, straight ahead. Searles Hard running, but hard tackling by the Henderson defense as well. Trevor Kind, among others, in on the tackle. 3rd down 6 situation for Jacksonville at the Henderson 37. Second quarter, service of Cayman Transport here at the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville. Indians in their gold uniforms going right to left. Clater, sophomore quarterback, takes the snap from center, rolls out to his right, looks downfield, and the pass is incomplete, overthrown. So again, Clater, don't believe he has completed a pass in this game. So 4th down situation here for Jacksonville. And again, the Henderson offense, I would think, during this possession for the Indians, I would think they got a pretty good talking to over here on the sideline about regaining focus and drive and taking care of business. Here is a pass for Clater, closer to the Henderson defender than it was to his receiver. I believe that was Coleman from his linebacking position that had a hand on it. So it's going to be Henderson football with 8:05 to go in this first quarter. And Henderson will start the drive at their own 36. Vince Howard on first down. Back to pass. Quick pass, far side of the field. Catch made up to the 49-yard line. I believe that was Coleman on the reception. Check that, Amari Murphy on the reception for the Lions there. So Henderson right back to the line of scrimmage. This time it'll be a handoff running play. That's going to be Bishop on the carry. So Jaden Bishop seeing his first action since the Athens ball game. For Henderson, Trevor Kind checks into the ball game offensively. Two receivers near side, one to the far side as the handoff again to Bishop. Or no, Kind this time. Trevor Kind on the carry. And Kind, the linebacker, turning running back. Seems like he did this once or twice last year, and he's doing it again here tonight. Nice run for the big Trevor Kind. 225-pound senior. Gets his way all the way down inside the Jacksonville 30 to the 28-yard line, and a Henderson first down. Two receivers stacked to each side here on the next play as Henderson right back to the line of scrimmage. Fake handoff to Kind, and Vince Howard keeps it himself. And Howard finds himself inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line, and it'll be another Henderson first down. So Lions, a couple of first downs on two plays here. So there, that would be regaining focus, in my opinion. So the football at the 16-yard line. Howard again running around left end this time. Breaks a couple of tackles. Gets inside the 10 down to the 8. So good hard running for the junior quarterback, Vince Howard. 5:47 to go and counting here in this first quarter. Have a chance, we'll check the schedule of the other games out of District 9 4A Division 1. Other non-district games going on tonight as the handoff will go straight ahead to Kind, and Kind will run into a wall of Jacksonville Indians right there at the 5-yard line. So other games tonight in addition to this one, Pine Tree is playing Dallas Carter, playing the Cowboys. Kilgore and Gilmer getting together. Lindale at Van, Chapel Hill at White House, Maybank at Wills Point, Palestine playing at Athens. Next snap from center. Again, the handoff to Kind, and Kind will just tippy-toe right into the end zone. Or check that. I believe that's going to be Jordan Irvin on that carry. So between Kind and Irvin, they give Henderson an extra dimension of a big running back. And this one comes with 4:59 to go in this first half. Navarro, extra point kick is up and good. And it's now Henderson leading the ball game by a 21-0 score. We'll step aside, take a break. We'll come back here in just a moment. It is Henderson football right here, KWRD 1470 98.5.
Ascent Complete Electrical Service, a new name but a familiar face. Robert Cloutier has been serving folks in Henderson and surrounding communities for 15 years. Let Robert put his years of expertise in lighting, service, troubleshooting, remodeling, and new construction to work for you. Call now for free estimates with special pricing on standby generator systems from Generac, the most trusted name in whole house generators. Ascent Complete Electrical Service, 903-812-0732.
Cayman Transport of Henderson is hiring owner-operators for hauling boxes, belly dump, pneumatic, and flatbed trailers. They offer competitive rates and lease fees, fuel cards, and favorable routes that keep you working in either West Texas, South Texas, or East Texas and Western Louisiana, whichever region is nearest your home. You work hard. Why not work for a local company that works hard for you? Apply at CaymanTransport.com or call Cayman Transport 903-392-5531.
21-0 Henderson lead here in Jacksonville as Garza and the rest of the kickoff coverage team run up to the kickoff line and back off. Now we'll try it again, and Garza, high pooch kick, taken right here on the sideline by Elijah Whitaker for Jacksonville. So it'll be Jacksonville football with 4:59 to go in this first half. And Jacksonville will have it first down at their own 37. So again, 21-0 our score. Nice job there for Henderson, that last offensive possession, to kind of regroup and bear down and, move the football down the field and score. So here on first down, Clater has his Indians set. Handoff goes to Mares, and Mares quickly up past the 45 to about the 47-yard line.
Handoff goes to number 2, D.D. Mares. He picks up a good yards of 9.
Trey Sanders checking in the ball game for Henderson. So Lions leading by a 21-0 score. Still, in non-district play. Want to play a lot of players, take a look at a lot of players, give players a lot of chance to see some live action out on a Friday night. Those that may or may not have so far. Here's Jacksonville on 2nd and 1. Handoff, to Mares. Nice job of faking there in the backfield by Clater. But he hands off to Mares, and Mares, he'll end up losing a yard back to the 46-yard line. Now coming up at halftime, of course, we'll have the Henderson Lionettes and band performances, and since it's a road game, they will perform first, so we'll have that. We're going to try and get an interview in that we tried a couple of weeks ago, and when halftime was just totally blown up. We're going to try it again. Next play, fake handoff, pass. First reception of the night for Jacksonville over on the far side of the field. Catch made. Josh Gaskin on the reception. Nicely done. And Gaskin will get downfield into Henderson territory at the 40, well, they'll call it the 36-yard line. About the first time that Clater didn't have a Henderson defender in his face, so he could actually look at his receiver and get the pass to him. .326 to go here in this first half. So Jacksonville, first down at the Henderson 36. Hand off to Mars. Mars will go much nowhere on that particular play. Yeah, we're here tonight in Jacksonville, CDL Training Academy broadcast booth at the Tomato Bowl. Martin McLean here. Jason Martin is on the camera. Ken White is dazzling himself with video technology on our controls and doing a fine job. Two receivers near side for Jacksonville on the second down play. Handoff, Mars straight ahead inside the 35 down to about the 32-yard line. A whole bunch of white jerseyed Henderson Lions in on the defensive play there. Samaj Deckard, among others, out there on the field now. Going to bring up a 3rd and 7 situation for Jacksonville. They'll walk up to the line of scrimmage. Saul Garcia is their center. Calvin Boyd, Alex Parra, the guards. Javon Rangel, Luis Mancera, the tackles. Pass play over to the far side of the field. Tackle made inbounds, so the clock continues to run. Well, official had the clock running. Now it is stopped with 1:51 to go in the half. Moves football down inside the 30 or close to the, let's see here. From this angle, it's tricky. 34. No, 29 is where it's marked. Okay. Press box here gives us kind of or at least it gives me anyway, kind of a weird angle as to where things are actually on the field. But the football is marked at the 29-yard line on the far side hash mark. And with 1:28 to go in the first half, Jacksonville looks content to let the clock run down as much as they can. And then they will call for a timeout. So with 1:24 to go in this first half, we have a timeout on the field and a 4th down situation for Jacksonville coming up. So we'll step aside and take a break. We are back here in just a moment. It's Henderson Football on KWRD 1470 98.5.
Cabana Sam's has over 20 years of custom pool building experience with above or below ground pools, spillover spas, and even waterfalls. They can install slides, jumping stones, LED lighting, and full pool liner replacements, and they provide pool service and maintenance to keep your pool or spa sparkling clean and running properly. For those do-it-yourselfers, Cabana Sam's carries Pool Life products and their 3-step system. Call Cabana Sam's to schedule your pool maintenance or to build that dream pool or spa. 1007 Highway 259 South in Henderson, 903-657-9113. It's Cabana Sam's.
1:24 to go in the first half. Jacksonville going to take their time in their timeout huddle, and will now break that huddle and come right back to the line of scrimmage here. A 4th and 2, maybe 3 situation for Jacksonville at the Henderson 29-yard line. Clater takes a snap, fakes a handoff, pass downfield, had a guy who had a step on a Henderson defender, and Clater didn't quite get it there. So they had the play, and quarterback just didn't quite deliver the ball where it needed to be. And Henderson will get the football on downs with 1:18 to go in this first half. So Lions will have it at their own 29. Again, Henderson, 2 Justin Starling touchdown runs in the first quarter. Lions kind of lost focus from an offensive standpoint until the second quarter. Jordan Irvin with a 6-yard run. 21-0 is our score. Well, let's see what the Lions do here with 1:18 to go. Howard is back to pass. He looks downfield, throws this one downfield. Tipped away at the last second on a pass intended for Lamarian Coleman. Defensively, Kelvin Curl. Nice job defensively on that play. Well, Henderson kind of did a home run ball there. Didn't work. So we'll see if they just try and run out the clock or if they still try and get a first down and move down the field. Of course, we know that Ivan Navarro can kick field goals, as this pass is going to be intercepted by Jacksonville. So an ill-advised pass there in traffic. Brendan Richards on the interception. And for Vince Howard, that is going to be his second intercepted pass of the season. Kind of an inopportune time here. And so it's going to be first down Jacksonville at the Henderson 33-yard line. And still 1:04 to go in the first half. So I can see where Henderson maybe was trying to move the ball down the field, 2-minute offense, see if they could get it in field goal range of Ivan Navarro. Just never got that far. So after the interception, here is Jacksonville, 1 wide receiver to each side. Clater rolls right, passes back left. There's Searles. Searles breaks a tackle, still runs hard inside the 15, down to about the 11-yard line, but a penalty flag come flying in right out here in the middle of the field. And Rodarius Searles, he's very Justin Starling-like, hard runner. Gonna be hard to get him down on the first contact. But again, they kind of alternate every other series, and so we don't get to see him all the time. Not sure if Jacksonville wants to rethink that over the course of the season or not. So it's a penalty against Jacksonville. I believe they had an ineligible receiver downfield. Going to move the football back to the 37. So even when Jacksonville has something really good happen for them, they kind of shoot themselves in the foot. And with 54 seconds to go in the first half, it is Jacksonville 1st and 15. Fake handoff again. Clater back to pass down the middle of the field, and the catch is made. It's got to be Whitaker on that reception, as Whitaker certainly has a height advantage over most Henderson defensive backs. And he went up there and got that one inside the 10 down to the 6-yard line. Jacksonville quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Handoff to Searles, and he is sandwiched in the backfield back at the 8-yard line. And Jacksonville, I wasn't sure they had any timeouts left. Apparently they do. Thought they were out of timeouts, but I guess not. 32 seconds to go here in this first half. So with Jacksonville calling the timeout, we'll take one more commercial here before halftime, so we're back in just a moment. 21-0, Henderson leads it, but Jacksonville knocking on the door for the second time tonight. Back in just a moment, KWRD 1470 98.5.
3MC Construction is your golden ticket for that concrete job. Driveways, house slabs, walkways, and stairways. 3MC is a full-service contractor from dirt work to concrete to metal buildings to steel homes. Look no further than 3MC Construction. Dirt work is one of the most important aspects of any construction project. It is the base on which everything else is built. Call 3MC Construction today at 903-658-0828 or online at 3mcconstruction.com.
21-0. Henderson leads it, but Jacksonville has the football inside the 10-yard line. Top Line Rental in Henderson is locally owned and operated, specializing in commercial, residential, and industrial rental equipment. See them on the Carthage Highway, 1/2 mile past the Star, or check them out, toplinerental.com. Proud sponsors of Henderson Lions Sports. Jacksonville at the Henderson 6. Clater back to pass. Here comes the Henderson pressure. Pass downfield. Batted around a time or two. Lions think they might have intercepted, and I think they have. One Henderson player had it. Ended up kind of getting tipped away from him, but a teammate behind him was able to make the grab, and so Henderson escapes with an interception of their own here inside the 5-yard line, right at the 4. So again, for Jacksonville, that's twice tonight that Jacksonville has had the ball deep in Henderson territory. On a field goal attempt earlier, never got the kickoff with the snap and the holder issue. Here, you get the football down to the 6-yard line and you throw an interception. So both teams trading interceptions here just before halftime. So here's Henderson at the 6-yard line. Should be just a running play, and that it is. Jacksonville out of timeouts, and so that might very well be where the first half comes to an end. Looks like it is. 21-0. Henderson will take that lead to the locker room, and we will get set for our Fairway Ford halftime show. Lionette Drill Team and the Henderson Band, we will have their performances for you here in just a moment, and a halftime interview coming up a little bit later on. So at the end of the first half here tonight at the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville, it is Henderson 21, Jacksonville 0. Our Fairway Ford halftime show comes your way here in just a moment. KWRD 1470 98.5.
You can store more stuff in a General Shelters portable building from Ballou Brothers Portable Buildings and Carports, your authorized General Shelters dealer. In need of a carport or garage? They've got you covered. Call Ballou Brothers for everyday low prices on General Shelters Portable Buildings and Carports. Ask about their rent to own. Ballou Brothers, see them at Highway 64 in the Loop in Henderson, Texas. Locally owned and operated. Call 903-657-2743 today.
At Cooper First Automotive and Truck Service, you can count on technicians who know your vehicle and repair your vehicle with precise care. Whether it be foreign or domestic, car, truck, or even big rig, Cooper First Automotive and Truck Service will diagnose your problem and seamlessly repair your vehicle's issues. It's time to get that repair done on your vehicle, so be sure to see the pros at Cooper First Automotive and Truck Repair. Check them out at 3486 Highway 79 South in Henderson. Cooper First Automotive is a proud sponsor of Henderson High School sports for the season.
This is Michelle Hyatt, the owner of Trophy Wife Medi-Spa. Did you know that we now offer weight loss management, including semaglutide and tirzepatide? Experience our new state-of-the-art in-mode laser device to make unwanted hair a thing of the past, for scar revision, or for an answer to your rosacea with an IPL treatment. We also offer Botox, dermal filler, and IV therapy. It's time for you, the new you, at Trophy Wife Medi-Spa. Schedule your free consultation at TrophyWifeMedispa.com or call us at 903-930-2493. Financing available.
At UT Health Henderson, you can count on their 24-hour emergency services that are designated as a Level 4 Trauma Center with Level 3 Stroke certification. Be sure to look into their advanced radiologic and diagnostic technologies, including in-depth 3D digital mammography. UT Health Henderson is your gateway to the family birthplace, including 3 labor, delivery, and recovery rooms, and finally a physician clinic offering family medicine, pediatrics, pain management, general surgical, gastrointestinal, orthopedic, and women's health. UT Health Henderson. See them at uthealthhenderson.com.
At the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville, this is our Fairway Ford halftime show as Henderson leads this ball game here at the half. 21-0 is our score. Justin Starling, couple of touchdown runs. Jordan Irving, a touchdown run. Both teams trading interceptions there just before halftime. And this is kind of where we are at 21-0. Special thanks to Capco Contractors in Henderson for being a proud sponsor of Henderson Lions Sports and our Henderson broadcast. Thank them. Hey, if you're paying too much for your auto and home insurance, call Reyes Insurance, your independent insurance agent. They have offices in Henderson and Tyler. 903-418-1246 is the number to call. While we wait for the bands to get positioned on the field here, I'll tell you that you can never be too careful. J&B Security. Give them a call at 903-729-1565. J&B Security, your eyes and ears while you're away. 21-0 Henderson. That is our halftime score. This is our Fairway Ford halftime show. And the Henderson Lion Band takes the field. So while they do that, I will step aside for the band and the Lionhead drill team performance here at the Tomato Bowl.
Henderson Fanfare by Williams, arranged by Sugg, and Brevard March by C.E. Booble.
All right. Great time for me and you.
officers are Junior Lieutenant Aubrey Maldonado, Junior Lieutenant Alicia Taylor, Junior Lieutenant Maggie Briscoe, Senior Lieutenant Taylor Mackey, First Lieutenant Beth Harbert, and Captain Dela Giles. Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the field is the Henderson High School Lionettes. Please put your hands together for those ladies as they perform the kick routine to the ladder. This week's line-out of the week is John Johnson, Spirit Girl is Serenity Pyros, and line-up teacher of the week is
Halftime performances here tonight from the Henderson High Band and line-out drill team. We are at halftime here tonight. It's a 21-0 Henderson lead over the Jacksonville Indians. It is our Fairway Ford halftime show. Got to have a Blue Brothers halftime interview, one we tried to have a couple of weeks ago when halftime really just got all blown up, and it didn't work a couple of weeks ago, but by golly, tonight we are going to try and do this. Interim Superintendent Jim Dunlap, our halftime interview. Again, we tried it a couple of weeks ago on the rainy night against Athens, and that halftime show turned out to be quite a fiasco. So, we're going to actually try and get the full interview here with Jim Dunlap in here tonight at halftime. It is our halftime interview, a service of Blue Brothers.
It's been a busy summer for you, I assume.
It's been a very interesting summer. It's been a good experience. Like I've told everybody, I've enjoyed every minute of it. What I told the staff when I came in was that I'm following the words of King George.
Yes, sir.
And that I'm here for a good time. I'm not here for a long time.
Oh, that King George. Make sure which king we're talking about here. Yeah, I heard of him. Yeah, he did say that, didn't he? From an interim standpoint, your goals, your way of looking at it, what are you here to do?
Primarily, I've been around for a long time.
Sure.
And I've had the opportunity and the pleasure to work in several school districts on an interim basis. And when an interim comes into a school district, there's a variety of things that the interims do and that they're asked to take charge of. Primarily, my job is to clear the decks, to try to prepare for the opportunity to go through the interview process and select a new superintendent. So if there are things that I see as an educator with years of experience, and not that I'm a total expert or anything, but at least I've seen a lot and done a lot, is to try to do what I can to make the district the best it can be.
And again, make it to where it's good for the next person that comes along, or things that you know or from your experience you see that need to be done now.
Yes.
Yes, and yes. Yes and yes. I totally understand that. A couple of things from a news standpoint. Kids and cell phones. A lot of districts around the state apparently are changing their stance on whether you can or can't. How do you feel about that?
Well, we haven't had any discussions about that in Henderson, but just from my personal experience is cell phones are a convenience in a lot of different ways. The band comes in at 11 o'clock at night, 11:30. They have a flat on the side of the road someplace, and they're able to call parents and say, okay, we're not going to quite be there at 11:30, so don't come pick me up until maybe 12 or so. Those are good things that I think that cell phones they provide those opportunities for parents to stay more connected to their children while they're in school. The problem you run into with social media and so many distractions that we see on a smartphone, it really, rather than enhancing the educational experience, far too often it's a distraction and a disturbance, especially with social media, when kids can communicate with each other and say ugly things to each other that they would never say face to face. They can put it in a social post, and it creates all kinds of issues. And those things happen during school hours as well as after school hours, and those are the negatives in my mind. And there are some school districts that are addressing that and banning cell phones altogether. If it were just a telephone, that's one thing. But smartphones are a different device today, and there's good and bad with that.
Yeah. One of the other things that's really gained steam over the last decade especially, just curious to get your take on the old 4-day school week. How you like that?
Had the opportunity to work in a district recently that had a 4-day week, and it was really a positive thing for that district and that community and those staffs, those staff members. It was a longer day. But on Fridays they had the opportunity to do more staff development. They had one Friday for staff development for the staff. They had one day where children who were having extra difficulty could come in for tutoring and extra activities, and that turned out to be pretty good. I mean, you would think that kids would see this as a day off, but kids who are struggling want help, and they were able to come in and get that help. And so for the extra hours that teachers put in that district, they only gained one day for themselves. Yeah. The other days were to enhance the instructional process.
Yeah. Think that's being talked about at all here, or is that down the road somewhere?
That'll be after my time.
Speaking of after you here, it's an interesting thing, and you kind of explained this to me how you do it, because you've done this interim superintendent thing at a few various places, but at the same time you also, through your work, as I read it with Region 7, you have a firm that does superintendent searches. Are you in the process of trying to find your own replacement?
Unofficially, yes, but officially, no. The board has not discussed a timeline or a process for filling the position right now. Our objective has been to get school started, to get things going in the right direction, and to focus on good things for boys and girls, and to have a very successful school year, and to just to enjoy life right now. Yeah. So at some point, the board will bring up the concept of what are we going to do to hire a new superintendent. When will the search start? That could very easily start as early as sometime in November or so, or they could extend that timeline until the spring.
Like, as from your experiences, are there certain times of year where there's more movement in that department than, say, at other times?
Typically, yes, but we have found through the years that there are vacancies all the time that exist in superintendent's jobs in Texas. It's a very volatile job to have. There's a lot of politics. There's a lot of pressure that involved in this position, and it's considering the financial picture from the state and those kinds of issues. It varies from month to month as to how many superintendent vacancies there are across the state. Typically, you would think that they would open up in the spring, and we have found that springtime usually has the most vacancies posted, and. But that's not always the case. I mean, I went to work in 2 different districts in October. But as of right now, very few people would be interested in applying for a job because school is starting, they're setting tax rates, and they're taking care of the mechanics of school operation right now.
Well, and I would, and I may be totally off in this way of looking at things, but I would guess that most really good superintendents have a job right now.
Yes.
Yeah. They're not looking to move right now, maybe later.
And our job as search consultants is to market the school district that we represent and to show the best face and to go out and try to find individuals who have good jobs where they are, who are doing well where they are, and invite them to apply and go through the interview process with the board. There are always individuals out there who are looking for jobs. We want someone that's coming, that wants to come to Henderson, wants to be a part of this community, and wants to bring their family and make a life here. Yeah. And so those are the kinds of things that we look for, and we want to be sure that they have a good track record, and that we can present to the board a list of candidates that they'll be proud of.
So has at this point in time, like I say, since you still got a long way to go on this, but at this point in time, is the official job open position out there or not?
It has not been posted yet, and it won't be posted until the board says to do so.
You talked earlier about priorities and stuff, so as you're here for this school year, and again, it'll be up to the board and you and everybody else as to how long you're doing this, but as far as this school year is concerned, what would you say are your priorities to get through for Henderson ISD? What do you want to see for this year?
I just want to see, I already see, as I said earlier, so many smiles. I think people are happy. I think people are focused on doing good things for children. Our aim at Convocation was to set a tone for excellence and to consider that we're all moving in the same direction for boys and girls. Henderson has been an outstanding school district and still is an outstanding school district in many ways. There are some areas that we need to be working on. Certainly academic success for children based upon test scores is something that's a high priority. We're going to be looking at that. But the tone that we've tried to set is a very positive one, and the idea that we can accomplish everything, and that tradition of excellence that's always been Henderson ISD, that's our focus. That's where we're going this year.
Henderson ISD Interim Superintendent Jim Dunlap. Our Blue Brothers halftime interview here tonight in Jacksonville. It was an interview that we tried. Best laid plans 2 weeks ago in the home opener against Athens. That was going to be it kind of was our halftime interview for a moment. And the halftime performances of the respective bands on that rainy night didn't quite add up to what they needed to be to finish out the interview. So glad we were able to bring that out and do it again here tonight. All right. 21-0 is our halftime score. Henderson leads it over Jacksonville. We'll recap the first half in scoring and get you ready for second half play, and we will do that in just a couple of minutes. Once again, our halftime score is Henderson 21, Jacksonville 0. Again tonight, no Facebook Live because of broadband internet issues of various sorts here at Jacksonville. So we're doing the YouTube channel only for KWRD. YouTube channel, that's where the video is for tonight's game. So hopefully you have found it there and you're getting to watch it that way. Otherwise, 98.5 KWRD at 1470 AM, as well as our live stream. And with a 21-0 Henderson lead, we'll step aside, take a break. Back here in just a moment. This is KWRD 1470 98.5.
You can store more stuff in a General Shelters portable building from Blue Brothers Portable Buildings and Carports, your authorized General Shelters dealer. In need of a carport or garage? They've got you covered. Call Blue Brothers for everyday low prices on General Shelters Portable Buildings and Carports. Ask about their rent to own. Blue Brothers, see them at Highway 64 in the Loop in Henderson, Texas. Locally owned and operated. Call 903-657-2743 today.
At Cooper First Automotive and Truck Service, you can count on technicians who know your vehicle and repair your vehicle with precise care. Whether it be foreign or domestic, car, truck, or even big rig, Cooper First Automotive and Truck Service will diagnose your problem and seamlessly repair your vehicle's issues. It's time to get that repair done on your vehicle, so be sure to see the pros at Cooper First Automotive and Truck Repair. Check them out at 3486 Highway 79 South in Henderson. Cooper First Automotive is a proud sponsor of Henderson High School sports for the season.
At UT Health Henderson, you can count on their 24-hour emergency services that are designated as a Level 4 trauma center with Level 3 stroke certification. Be sure to look into their advanced radiologic and diagnostic technologies, including in-depth 3D digital mammography. UT Health Henderson is your gateway to the family birthplace, including free labor, delivery, and recovery rooms, and finally a physician clinic offering family medicine, pediatrics, pain management, general surgical, gastrointestinal, orthopedic, and women's health. UT Health Henderson. See them at uthealthhenderson.com.
And back once again here at halftime at the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville. 21-0 Henderson lead. Tell you right quick how we got there on this Howell Recycling halftime recap. It was Henderson scoring on their first offensive possession of the night as Jacksonville had won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they'll receive the second half kickoff. Justin Starling carried it in from 4 yards out. Ivan Navarro's extra point kick with 10-11 to go in the first quarter made it 7-0. Then Henderson, next time they had the ball, drove it right back down the field again. 15-yard touchdown run from Starling. Navarro's kick made it 14-0. 6:36 to go in the first quarter. Henderson offense kind of got off track. You know, we had the railroad tracks right next to the Tomato Bowl here. Well, Henderson kind of derailed. Nothing Jacksonville did. I think the Lions kind of doing it to themselves. And the offense sputtered there a little bit and lost focus. But there in the second quarter, kind of regained it, moved the ball down the field. Trevor Kine came in and added some serious punch in the backfield with some good hard running. And then Jordan Irvin took it in from 6 yards out with 4:59 to go in the first half to make it 21-0. Jacksonville has had 2 tries at it tonight. They've had the ball inside the 5 twice. Threw an interception on one and missed a field goal attempt, or at least never got the field goal attempt off the ground in the other one. And that is how we are here at 21-0 at halftime. So we appreciate you joining us here tonight. Again, it is Game 3 of the season. The games going on tonight in District 9 4A, Division 1. Pine Tree playing at Dallas. Dallas Carter, Kilgore, and Gilmer. Big one there. That'll be a lot of fun. Lindale at Van. Always a big rivalry game between those two, as is Chapel Hill at White House. Maybank playing at Wells Point. Palestine playing at Athens tonight. And we are ready for this second half kickoff here at the Tomato Bowl. So Garza and the rest of the Henderson kickoff team will run up to the ball and stop abruptly. Idea is to stop without falling over the 40-yard line. This time it'll be a high pooch kick that will end up over on the Jacksonville sideline, as Garza usually kicks it in the direction that he's going. This time he kind of turned around and kicked the other way. But in kicking like that, well, a lot of things can happen. Receiving team can goof up the reception and fumble it, and you can steal a fumble recovery. But then again, you also give the receiving team great field position. Well, I said the kickoff went over out of bounds, or went to the sideline. Yeah, it was out of bounds, all right. It was caught by an assistant coach on the sideline. So the out of bounds kick, though, Jacksonville will pass on the penalty. And so on the first play of the third quarter, Jacksonville is going to start the drive at their own 37-yard line. On first down, trying to get a pass off or a run is going to be Dede Morris, as Morris had the ball in the backfield for Jacksonville, had no place to go with it. Henderson defense going to swarm him under for a big loss back to the 32-yard line. So football moves back to the 32. It's our third quarter here tonight from the CDL Training Academy broadcast booth at the Tomato Bowl. Third quarter, a service of Palestine Home Center. Jacksonville, Clater, the sophomore quarterback, turns, hands off. Mars breaks the tackle or two, and we'll get back to the original line of scrimmage at the 38. And it'll bring up a third down and 10 situation for Jacksonville. Really nice night here in Jacksonville. Had about 85-degree game time temperature that has dropped 10 degrees down to 75 now. But nice crowd on hand here at the Tomato Bowl. Jacksonville's home opener after playing 2 road games to start off the season. So really nice night, very comfortable. Humidity up 50% or so, so not bad at all. Got a Jacksonville player down on the field, a little cramp going on there. Understand that. I get the cramps and I'm just sitting here. I can only imagine being out there trying to play and all this stuff. All right, so both teams will make their way back out on the field here. Just underway in the second half, 10:56 to go, third quarter. In 21-0 Henderson lead. Jacksonville in the gold uniforms with the blue helmets going from right to left as we look at them. And before the play could get going, whistles blown, and a procedure call is going to go against Jacksonville. Henderson on the road for the first time this season, so the Lions in white tonight, white jerseys, blue numerals, white pants as well with the blue helmets for this year. Football has been moved back to the 32-yard line. Jacksonville will send 2 receivers, Dante Simmons, the nearest to the sideline here on the near side. Back to pass. Quarterback throws it downfield, and Clater's pass is going to be incomplete at the 40-yard line. Had Henderson defenders pass rush in his face. We saw that in the first half. He, when he has time, he can throw a fairly decent ball, and sometimes he totally misses his receivers, but sometimes the sophomore throws a good pass. But when you put the pressure on him, he has a hard time with that. And we'll see if that got talked about in the halftime locker room. KC Cardenas on the punt. Henderson, Amari Murphy will just stay totally away from that and let it roll as far as it wants to roll, which will be about the 31-yard line. So Henderson will start the drive at their own 31. 10-10 to go in this third quarter. At ETAB Custom Motorcycles, take advantage of professional technicians and know your ride. You can see them downtown Henderson at 101 North Jackson, the old Western Auto Building. Proud sponsors of Henderson Lions Sports. So Henderson offense on the field for the first time this second half. Lions will send 3 receivers near side, 2 to the far side, so an empty backfield, and Vince Howard gets swallowed up back at the 30-yard line. So Howard was in the backfield by himself. Jacksonville had 1 player come crashing through from the far side of the field and tackles Howard right at the line of scrimmage. Star Laundry Wash and Fold pickup and delivery service is available at the Star in Henderson. Star Laundry Wash and Fold, your home and business laundry service. Here's Starling trying to get outside. Elijah Whitaker is waiting for him at about the 32, 33-yard line. So Henderson offense going to be looking at a 3rd and 8 situation. At the 34, Henderson going left to right here in this third quarter. Howard, snap from center, looks to his left, passes downfield in traffic, catch made, getting away from a couple of defenders. Henderson ball carrier over on the far sideline and taking it the distance for the touchdown. That's going to be Lamarian Coleman on the reception. And again, Jacksonville had that thing played very well. Well, let's see. Thought that was Coleman. PA announcer says Mason Jones. It was over on the far sideline. I hate that when they do that to me. The wrong side of the field. Extra point kick is up and good for Navarro. So for Henderson, it is a 66-yard touchdown pass. As the train rolls by, first offensive possession of the third quarter. And with 8:55 to go here in this third quarter, it's now Henderson 28, Jacksonville nothing. Step aside, take a break. We are back here in just a moment. This is KWRD 1470 98.5.
Management Training Corporation is hiring. They offer highly competitive pay, excellent promotional opportunities, MTC college tuition reimbursement, paid internships towards a career in substance abuse counseling. MTC offers 401k, health insurance, dental insurance, vision coverage, and finally, paid time off, including holidays. This is the game-changing career you've been looking for. Apply at mtcjobs.com and make the first step of your new career.
66-yard touchdown pass from Howard. To Lamar Coleman. And Navarro with the extra point. And Henderson extends their lead to 28-0. Henderson kickoff taken by Jacksonville and run back a short distance up to about the 35, 36-yard line. 8:45 to go here in this third quarter. You know, and unfortunately, it is what it is from a Jacksonville standpoint. Score tonight can be whatever Henderson wants it to be. And I guess it just kind of comes down to Henderson's offense. And do you keep the pedal down or do you let off? And the offense has done a little letting off on occasion tonight. But when they have decided to get busy with it, they've done quite well. A 5-yard penalty here on Jacksonville before the first play is ever run, so that is moved back to the 30. So it's 2 Starling touchdown runs, an Irvin touchdown run. Now Howard to Coleman with the touchdown pass. And for Vince Howard, that is his third passing touchdown of the year. To go with the 2 interceptions he has thrown, 1 tonight. He's playing around right end for Jacksonville. And Darius Searles back in the ball game to carry the ball for Jacksonville. Football to 29-yard line. It is a 2nd and 16 situation for Jacksonville. Clock runs, 8:13 to go here in this third quarter. Get 28-0 Henderson lead. 2 backs in the backfield next to the quarterback as the penalty flag flies as the running back is swarmed under by Henderson defenders for a loss back at the 25-yard line. Well, Searles had absolutely nowhere to go that time, and the Henderson defenders just started coming at him from all directions. Is a penalty flag down? It was thrown right at the start of the play, so it could go either way, be it illegal shift, motion, or Henderson could have been lined up off sides. Our referee tonight is Mike D. Jones. Umpire is Les Shimke. Headline judge, Isaiah Lopez. Line judge, Brad Burkle. Back judge, Nick Navarro. Side judge, Dylan McCord. Field judge, Jason Hastings, all out of the Tyler chapter. Football is spotted at the 27-yard line. Both teams are trying to get ready to play, but officials are holding them up. So while they hold them up, I'll tell you, for all your cooling and heating needs, see the good folks at RES Air Conditioning and Heating, cooling and heating homes in Henderson, Rusk County, and beyond since 1957. All right, now go back ready to play. Jacksonville ball at the 27. Quick swing pass out here to Mares, and Mares, he is just wrapped up. Swallowed up by Henderson defenders at the 24-yard line. A lot of Lions in on that, including Jabron Myers, one of many. 6:45 and counting here in this third quarter. Football at the 24-yard line now. On fourth down, a high snap from center that's going to go in the end zone. It's going to be a race to the football, and it's going to be, looks like Henderson that gets on it. And it is going to be a touchdown for one of those big guys, Eli Malone, on the recovery in the end zone. Well, you had the punter, Cardenas, running after it, a Henderson player running after it with him, and as soon as you saw them both kind of slide by the ball, that ball was just sitting there waiting to get covered up. And Eli Malone took care of the honors there. Here is Navarro with his extra point kick, and again, his kick is up and good. So Henderson special teams comes through here tonight. In this third quarter, we have 6:22 to go in the third. And on the fumble recovery in the end zone, it is now Henderson 35, Jacksonville nothing. 35-0 our score. Henderson leads it, and we will step aside here for just a moment. Be right back. Henderson Football, KWRD, 1470, 98.5.
T-Mobile has a new store here in Henderson at 2303 US 79 South. T-Mobile's been investing billions to light up their award-winning network, which covers 99% of people in America. And great coverage is just the start, because T-Mobile customers enjoy tons of other benefits. From our price lock guarantee to nonstop streaming to weekly deals and giveaways, switch and see how customers get tons of great benefits to do more of what they love. So check out your new neighborhood store in Henderson at 2303 US 79 South. There's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Coverage not available in some areas. Price lock for qualifying new accounts with eligible service exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com for more information.
S&N Cleaners and Laundry Service in Henderson is the only full-service in-house dry cleaners in Rusk County. That means that your clothes stay right where you drop them off. Quick turnarounds for shirts, pants, dresses, suits, and even your bedding like comforters. S&N Cleaners and Laundry for all your dry cleaning and laundry needs. Go see Wayne and his staff for great service and great value. S&N Cleaners, 215 East Fordall in Henderson. See them on Facebook or call 903-657-4545 today.
Henderson kickoff taken by Jacksonville. And bring it up to the 40-yard line. So Eli Malone with the fumble recovery in the end zone. And with 6:10 to go here in this third quarter, Jacksonville will start the drive right in front of us at their own 40. So here's Clater on first down, running play for Searles over on the right side in front of the Jacksonville bench.
Handoff to number 6, Randy Searles. He picks up about 5 yards, but goes back to number 99, Trey McAllister.
Gets about 5 yards out of the carry up to the 45-yard line. So Lions looking to go 2-1 on the season. They can finish this thing off here tonight, leading at 35-0. After tonight, turn their attention to a very intriguing trip and game for next week. Talk about that here a little bit later on from the 45-yard line. Running play around right in. That's going to be down the far sideline and finally taken out of bounds. We'll see where they finally mark him or if he was stepped out of bounds earlier, but that was Searles again on the carry. And, and again, between Searles and D.D. Morris, Jason Holman and his new offensive coordinator, Danny Ramsey, they alternate the two backs. Searles is, he's awful good. But a holding call against Jacksonville is going to bring it all the way back. Well, after 0-10 last year, Jason Holman had to do his little reshuffling. Again, brings in Danny Ramsey as his offensive coordinator. Ben Hoffmeyer is his defensive coordinator, both the first year on the staff. Football is back here at the 41-yard line. 2nd and 9 situation for Jacksonville. And a running play straight ahead again. Ball carrier busts through a couple of would-be tackles. That on time on the carry is Jared Holman, the tight end. Really hadn't been involved much in the offense here tonight. But he picks up nice yardage there. Football's going to be right at the midfield stripe. Somewhere there in the Indian headdress. I don't hardly even see the football. There it is at the 49. Hand off to Searles. Searles started inside, ended up outside, and Henderson defenders roll over it. 4:05 to go here in this third quarter. For all your prescription needs, be sure and see the good folks at Strong Herd Pharmacy. They are located at 111 North Main in Henderson. Proud sponsors of Henderson Lions Sports, Strong Herd Pharmacy. Another good group is Henderson Ranch and Feed. They are your Lone Star feed dealer. Now also authorized steel dealer. I'm sure you see the Berry family at Henderson Ranch and Feed. On 4th down, good snap from center this time. Cardenas' punt is taken by Henderson back at the 19-yard line. Amari Murphy on the return, and Murphy coming near side finally gets bumped out of bounds. Or check that on the return. This time around is going to be Braylon Walker. So Braylon Walker on the return for Henderson. Sophomore getting the ball back out to the 36-yard line. So Henderson will start at their own 36. 3:10 to go here in this third quarter. In 35-0 Henderson lead. On first down, fake handoff, running play. Howard keeps it himself up past midfield into Jacksonville territory. Dropped the football right there at the end of the run. And the official right there on the spot is going to say that Vince Howard was down at that point in time. So it's a Henderson first down at the Jacksonville 45-yard line. A timeout on the field here. Wallace & Sons Wrecker Service, helping the community of Henderson and Rusk County and beyond with integrity and care. Give a call anytime. 903-657-1309 is their number. Write it down. Hang on to it somewhere. Wallace & Sons Wrecker Service, proud sponsors of Henderson Lions Sports. East Tex Telephone Cooperative. They offer a phone for every farm, broadband for every barn. You can call them at 903-854-5000. They will get you hooked up. Proud sponsors of Henderson Lions Sports. That is East Tex Telephone Cooperative. So after a little injury timeout for Jacksonville, for Kelvin Curl, able to get up and make his way off the field over on the far side. Henderson's going to be looking at a first down at the Jacksonville 45. So for Henderson, Coy Freeman in at a receiver spot here on the near side. Lions will send 3 receivers to the far side of the field, single back in the backfield. That's going to be Bishop, and Bishop will get the carry, and he is quickly inside the 40 down to the 39. Sophomore Jaden Bishop. Clay Baker says he is, unlike Starling, who kind of darts and dashes his way around, Bishop is a downhill runner. And it makes for quite an interesting 1-2 punch for the rest of this season and beyond. Next pass play comes near side to Freeman. Catch made. Freeman trying to get around the defender. Couldn't quite do it there at the 38 yard line. Elijah Benavidez in on the tackle for Jacksonville. It'll be the football to the 37 yard line. And it is a 3rd and 2 situation for Henderson. Lions operating from the near side hash mark as they go left to right. I'm not sure what was going on there. All of a sudden the football came rolling back toward Vince Howard. Everybody was still set. Nobody had moved. Jacksonville, their defenders were going after the ball. And again, there have been those moments tonight, and it's kind of worrisome in its own way. There have just been those moments tonight where Henderson offensively has kind of lost focus here. When they've been focused, they have played quite well, as evident of the 35-0 score. But again, that score could well be whatever Henderson wants it to be. But the Lions have gotten lackadaisical at times, I guess I could safely say. Here's going to be a running play around left end. Back down to the 35-yard line. Marion Coleman on the sweep carry there. And that is going to be just short of the yard needed for the Henderson first down. 43 seconds to go here in this third quarter, as we have another timeout on the field here. So I will tell you that Texas Fresh Produce, you know where they are, 308 Kilgore Drive, 259 North in Henderson. Texas Fresh Produce, your fruit and veggie store. Angela's Country Candles is your local gift shop. They're located at 1765 Highway 79 South. handmade soaps, candles, lots more. Check them out at Angela's Country Candle. I believe we have another injury timeout on the field, and so 43 seconds to go in this third quarter. I think we will just go ahead and take a quick break here, and we will be right back. Henderson leads the ball game by a 35-0 score. This is KWRD 1470 98.5.
S&N Cleaners and Laundry Service in Henderson is the only full-service in-house dry cleaners in Rusk County. That means that your clothes stay right where you drop them off. Quick turnarounds for shirts, pants, dresses, suits, and even your bedding like comforters. S&N Cleaners and Laundry for all your dry cleaning and laundry needs. Go see Wayne and his staff for great service and great value. S&N Cleaners, 215 East Fordall in Henderson. See them on Facebook or call 903-657-4545 today.
Randall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram has the Jeep you're looking for. Right now, save big money on a new 2024 Jeep Gladiator Sport S model. Or also save big on a new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo X. Friday Night Lights means great deals on the full line of Jeep vehicles. Hurry in and drive home your new Jeep from Randall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. See them at the Star in Henderson or online at randallDodgeChryslerJeep.com.
Want to put some jingle in your jeans? The pros at Howell Recycling got you covered. They buy carbide,
Henderson
tin,
Football Booster
iron,
Club
lead, batteries, aluminum cans, aluminum material, brass, radiators, as well as copper. So if your yard, shed, or garage needs a cleaning, keep Howell Recycling at the forefront of your mind because they pay top dollar for the things you have little or no use for. Howell Recycling, 3038 County Road, 205 North in Henderson. Call 903-392-8140. Howell Recycling, proud sponsors of Henderson Lions Sports.
43 seconds to go here in this third quarter. See Jacksonville player being helped off the field over on the far side. 35-0 is our score here. Henderson leads it. Some quick scores of games around the area. Pine Tree is leading Dallas Carter tonight in the third quarter, 14-7. Athens has a 35-7 lead over Palestine. Gilmer in the third quarter leads Kilgore by 1, 17-16. Carthage, 58-20 lead over Liberty Ilo. Chapel Hill has taken a lead over White House, 14-13. And Lindale leads Van, 17-14. Now we go back to play. Henderson on the 4th and 1 situation. Lions will get their first down and a little extra. Jordan Irvin comes in and runs a play like he did on the touchdown run in the first half. And we'll get that first down at the 30-yard line. So, some pretty competitive games going on around the area tonight involving some of our district teams. And we are about to come to the end of the third quarter. Our third quarter tonight's been a service of Palestine Home Center. And as we come to the end of the third quarter, it is Henderson 35, Jacksonville nothing. Fourth quarter from the Tomato Bowl comes your way here in just a moment. At the end of 3, 35-0 Henderson. We are back in just a moment. This is Henderson Football on KWRD 1470 98.5.
The Henderson Football Booster Club is dedicated to helping the coaches and players and support groups for the Henderson Lions football team. You're always invited to the Booster Club meetings at 6 p.m. each Tuesday at the indoor facility meeting room. Coach Baker will talk about the last game and take a look at the upcoming game. On game night, get your shirts, caps, and other Henderson Lions merchandise and the best food around at the Booster Club concession stand. Supporting the Lions, it's the Henderson Football Booster Club.
Palestine Home Center has a home that will exactly fit your family and your budget. If you've been shopping and can't find what you've been looking for at the right price or get financial approval, it's time to see the experts at Palestine Home Center. They have prices on Texas-built quality homes that are kicking the competition to the curb. Their price can't be beat. Their product can't be beat. They set up and take care of their customers. It's the place to go for your mobile home in East Texas. Palestine Home Center, 8048 Highway 79, 903-914-2159.
As we start the fourth quarter, handoff goes to Bishop, and Bishop busts his way right down the middle of the Jacksonville defense. And Jaden Bishop is going to run down inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. So a good hard run for the sophomore, Jaden Bishop, on the first play from scrimmage here in this fourth quarter. Fourth quarter here tonight, service of Griffiths Towing. So we're just underway here in the fourth at the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville. Henderson, a couple of touchdowns in the first quarter, one in the second, two more in the third. And on the next play from scrimmage, not much happening there. Ball right at the 10-yard line. Henderson operating from the hash mark on the far side. Amari Murphy, wide receiver here to the near side. Lamarian Coleman is inside him in the slot. Two running backs in the backfield, and the ball loose in the backfield. And it's going to be Vince Howard who has to jump back on it. So a little issue there with the exchange. Again for Henderson, and they were doing it even with Athens a couple of weeks ago. You take Jordan Irvin, your tight end, kind of move him back into the backfield. We've seen Trevor Kine in the backfield earlier in the game with a big run or two. Right now, Bishop is the single back in the backfield. Three receivers to the far side of the field for Henderson. And Henderson is going to have to call for a timeout. 10:01 to go here in the fourth. Henderson leads the ball game by a 35-0 score. And Henderson calls for a timeout. So we will step aside real quick, take the break as well. Henderson 35-0 lead. We're back in a moment on KWRD 1470 98.5.
Griffiths Towing, fast, reliable towing solutions for all vehicles. Heavy-duty trucks, tractor trailers, and big equipment. Whether it's roadside rescue or assistance, vehicle recovery, or vehicle and equipment transport, call Griffiths Towing. Avid sponsors of local sports in the community they live in, and always available to help with friendly 24-hour service and roadside assistance. If you can wreck it, get it stuck, or stall it, Griffiths Towing can haul it. Griffiths Towing, 903-947-6437.
So after the Henderson timeout, both teams make their way back out on the field. We get set here for the next play. So Henderson right in the middle of the field, going right to left. Howard from the shotgun, Bishop backfield behind him. And it's going to be another interception as the pass was intercepted by Jacksonville. Jacksonville defender stepped right in the throwing lane that Vince Howard was trying to get the ball to an intended receiver. Mario Rodriguez, junior linebacker, comes up with the interception. And so that is the second interception of the ball game tonight for Vince Howard. And it will give Jacksonville the football with 9:45 to go in this fourth quarter. Football's going to be spotted right at the Jacksonville 15-yard line. Well, so again, a couple of interceptions and just a little loss of focus on occasion for Henderson offensively as this pass downfield, man wide open, makes the grab, tracked down from behind, and the receiver for Jacksonville is going to get all the way down to the 34-yard line. So big first down for Jacksonville. So all the way down to the 34. Jacksonville hadn't had many big plays tonight, but they've had a few from time to time. Just kind of come out of nowhere. Receiver to both sides. Clater back to pass, firing for the end zone, and this one is caught, and a touchdown of 36 yards for Jacksonville. .854 to go here in this fourth quarter. Again, from this angle of this far away over, of course the play had to happen in the far corner of the end zone. Could not see from Jacksonville who caught the touchdown pass. But here is Jacksonville, Cardenas to kick the extra point. In a drive that started after the Jacksonville interception ends up 85 yards later as a Jacksonville touchdown. So Jacksonville is on the board here tonight, and 35-7 is our score. So 8:54 to go here in this fourth quarter of play, and Jacksonville on the scoreboard with the 36-yard touchdown pass. Clater with the pass. Again, couldn't really see, these Jacksonville uniforms. They're pretty to look at. The yellow jerseys, the yellow pants. But sometimes those blue numbers aren't very easy to pick out. And that was the case with me. But anyway, they're on the board. It is 35-7. And now Casey Cardenas has football teed up. Looks like he wants to kick a little onside, and he does. Boy, it takes a high bounce into the Jacksonville bench. Well, he got the bounce that you like, but he got bounce and a half over into the Jacksonville bench area. And I believe Henderson will just settle for taking the football. So 8:54 to go here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, a service of Griffiths Towing. And for the Henderson Lions, they will have the football first down at their own 47. I can hear Mike D. Jones, our referee, telling the home side of the stadium that there were 2 fouls on the kicking team. And Henderson apparently has decided they don't want either one of them. So I said 47, let's see here. Drive is going to end up starting at the Jacksonville 41. Or it's not. Well, okay. Our officials are getting some exercise in here tonight, going around in circles. And by golly, they've got it figured out now at the Henderson 48. Here we go. On first down. Running play coming near side. That was Braylon Walker on the run. And Walker looked like he wanted to go somewhere, and all of a sudden he was going nowhere. Good hard hit from a Jacksonville defender. Well, 8:35 to go here in the fourth quarter. 35-7. Henderson leads it. So Walker, he's in the ballgame at quarterback. That's what he's doing. And he throws a pass over on the far side of the field. Look like Mason Jones goes up and makes the grab. All right, so So Braylon Walker has come into the ball game at quarterback, give the sophomore chance to run some of the offense with 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Talk a little bit about next week's game here in just a moment, as Henderson operates from the far side hash mark on 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap, and Walker will just run it himself down to the 45-yard line. So next Thursday, Henderson will travel to Commerce, A&M Commerce, to take on the Leopards from Gainesville. Be an interesting matchup. Two teams that just do not see each other from different parts of the state. Getting a neutral site game. Get to play it on a college campus in a old established cool college stadium, as the quick pass near side to Amari Murphy is complete, and Murphy takes it down the field quite a bit before he is run out of bounds by Elijah Whitaker. So it'll be Thursday night against Gainesville. And we'll have that for you here on the radio, KWRD. We'll also have it for you on the video. Certainly our YouTube channel, as we are tonight, YouTube only channel tonight. A lot of times though we try YouTube and Facebook. Here's Lamarian Coleman on a pitch around right in, and Coleman is going to spin out of a tackle, and he's going to take it the distance for the touchdown, a 29-yard touchdown, and what that ends up being is a touchdown pass because it was a pitch forward. So that is going to be credited as a touchdown pass from Walker to Coleman. So for the sophomore, that will be his first touchdown pass in a Henderson Lion uniform. 6:03 to go here in the fourth. Navarro is on to attempt the extra point. Freeman holds, and Navarro's kick is up and good. So with 6:03 to go here in this fourth quarter, Henderson extends their lead now over Jacksonville. 42-7 is our score. So we'll step aside, take a break here for just a moment. We'll be right back. It's KWRD 1470 98.5.
If you live in a rural area, you also know that the power can go out for days or even weeks after a storm. Not only do you need your propane for heating, cooking, you need it for your generator. So if you're already set up for propane or would like to know more, call Gas and Supply. We can fill the large tanks for your home and farm, even have propane tanks available for lease. We can also fill up your gas grill cylinders. Call Gas and Supply 903-657-9166. 903-657-9166.
At Crossroads Family Care, health-related services are available to the local community, regardless of age or socioeconomic status. We provide physicals, full lab services, vision and hearing, pediatrics, dental and behavioral health care, with 3 convenient locations in Mount Enterprise, Palestine, and Henderson. Call us today to schedule your appointment. 903-392-8203.
6:03 to go here in the fourth. Pooch kick from Garza, and Jacksonville will run it back out past the 40 up to about the 45-yard line. That's Mars on the kick return. 42-7 is our score. Henderson leads it. Mark McClain here, Jason Martin on the camera. Ken White with us tonight on our video and our graphics. Ken, am I freaking you out? I got finger happy over here and kept hitting all these different commercials. I'm freaking the poor man out here on his first efforts with us. It'll get better. Well, no, well, maybe for you it will. It'll never be better for me. First down. Jacksonville, handoff, running play, coming near side. Nice gain on the play for Jacksonville. As on the carry for the Indians there will be Elijah Harris. So Harris picks up the first down. Football is going to be moved all the way down to the Henderson 46-yard line. Well, I think Clay Baker and the Henderson coaching staff, Justin Arnold is offensive coordinator, of course Robert Tamplin, defensive coordinator, all the guys, the coaching staff, they're getting a lot out of this one tonight. A lot of really good things that they have seen, and a lot of times where they've seen players kind of take the foot off the pedal, and there's a time to do that, and sometimes second, third quarter is not the time. So there will be a lot of teaching come out of this ball game, I'm sure. But to be able to come to Jacksonville 2 years in a row and get wins, nothing wrong with that. Here for Jacksonville, it is 2nd and 8. Running play around the left end. Again, that is going to be Harris on the carry, but not much going on there. The Look Salon in Henderson. Go check them out for beauty, cosmetic, and personal care. 100 Richardson Drive is their number. Good folks at Garmin Funeral Home. They've been serving East Texas families in time of need since 1937. 903-657-6593. Number to call for Garmin Funeral Home. At Shawnee Air Conditioning and Heating, they are trusted for service since 1966. 903-657-5290, their number. Shawnee Air Conditioning and Heating, proud sponsors of Henderson Lions Sports. Get a running play around left end for Jacksonville. Good hard run that takes a lot of Henderson defenders with him. Is again Henderson playing a lot of defensive guys as well. Isaiah Vasquez just now checking into the ball game. Trey McAllister checking in as well. Henderson, Bryce Witcher comes over to the sideline. Jordan Irvin as well. Clock runs, 2:47 to go here in the fourth. Here's going to be a handoff to Mares, and Mares got wrapped up and dropped in the backfield. Well, it was just as soon as the handoff was made, Isaiah Vasquez was all over him. So at the end of the contest, we will have a short post-game show for you. Kind of wrap everything up. Get you ready for next week's game, which again will be on a Thursday in Commerce. So hopefully you'll get a chance to make the trip up to Commerce and enjoy that game. If not, we may have quite an audience, and we're okay with that too. Texas State Scoreboard Show with Anson Massey is going to be coming up here in just a little bit here on KWRD with scores from all over the place. 2nd and 16 for Jacksonville, trying to set up a little screen pass over on the far side of the field. Catch made, but Henderson defenders able to get back on the ball carrier before he could get ahead of steam up over there at the 34-yard line. 1:13 to go here in the fourth. Couple of touchdown runs tonight for Justin Starling. Jordan Irvin with a touchdown run. Howard Coleman, 66 yards on the pass. Eli Malone with a fumble recovery in the end zone off a high snap from center on a punt. Walker to Coleman on a little 29-yard pitch, which officially is a pass, touchdown pass. Here's a running play for Jacksonville, and it'll get inside the 30 to the 29. 34 seconds to go here in the fourth, and it would appear that Jacksonville is going to be pretty much content with this the way it is and run the clock on out. Down to the final 15 seconds of the contest here tonight. Again, it's Henderson and Gainesville next Thursday night, 7:30 at A&M Commerce. Hope you get a chance to join us for that one. Here on the final play of the game tonight, it is a pass play, incomplete in the end zone over on the far side of the field. Penalty flags anywhere, or was that the final play of the game? Scoreboard says 0 on the time, but a pass interference call against Henderson. All right, so there will be another play, and there will be another train. One thing about it here in Jacksonville, all trains are heading north. I can't compete with the horn. Gotta let that go. So football's at the 14-yard line. There's no time left on the clock, but Jacksonville will get the untimed play. And back to pass. The quarterback is going to be hit and dropped back at the 24-yard line. Well, sophomore Trent Clater, he's had a rough night here tonight as he got hit on the pass attempt. And Henderson is going to win this ball game 42-7 is going to be our final score. So both teams were able to score once in the fourth quarter. And Henderson wins the ball game 42-7. Lions go to 2-1 on the season. Jacksonville is now 1-2 for Jacksonville. They have another home game next week against Athens. Next 2 weeks for that matter. Athens next week, Nacogdoches after that, before they play start district play against Hallsville on October 4th. And again for Henderson, next week on the road again against Gainesville Leopards at A&M Commerce. That will be on Thursday the 19th. Well, that is our final here tonight, 42-7, with Henderson getting the victory over Jacksonville. What we are going to do here is step aside for just a moment. We'll come back with our Randall Dodge postgame show, and we'll do that for you here in just a moment. So stay with us for that. We'll have our game recap here in just a moment. Once again, our final score is Henderson 42, Jacksonville 7. Back in a moment. This is KWRD 1470 98.5.
338. What does fall, football, and Fairway Ford have in common? A great way to get to the game. At Fairway Ford, they have a large selection of new and pre-owned cars and trucks that'll dazzle the eye. And there's one there just waiting for you. Come check out the rebates, the incentives, and the awesome financing available. You'll come out a winner. Ford builds them, but Fairway Ford makes the difference. Fairway Ford in Henderson. Look for the sign on 79.
Ascent Complete Electrical Service. A new name, but a familiar face. Robert Cloutier has been serving folks in Henderson and surrounding communities for 15 years. Let Robert put his years of expertise in lighting, service, troubleshooting, remodeling, and new construction to work for you. Call now for free estimates with special pricing on standby generator systems from Generac, the most trusted name in whole house generators. Ascent Complete Electrical Service, 903-812-0732.
Cayman Transport of Henderson is hiring owner-operators for hauling boxes, belly dump, pneumatic, and flatbed trailers. They offer competitive rates and lease fees, fuel cards, and favorable routes that keep you working in either West Texas, South Texas, or East Texas and Western Louisiana, whichever region is nearest to your home. You work hard. Why not work for a local company that works hard for you? Apply at CaymanTransport.com or call Cayman Transport 903-392-5531.
Cabana Sam's has over 20 years of custom pool building experience with above or below ground pools, spillover spas, and even waterfalls. They can install slides, jumping stones, LED lighting, and full pool liner replacements, and they provide pool service and maintenance to keep your pool or spa sparkling clean and running properly. For those do-it-yourselfers, Cabana Sam's carries Pool Life products and their 3-step system. Call Cabana Sam's to schedule your pool maintenance or to build that dream pool or spa. 1007 Highway 259 South in Henderson, 903-657-9113. It's Cabana Sam's.
3MC Construction is your golden ticket for that concrete job. Driveways, house slabs, walkways, and stairways. 3MC is a full-service contractor from dirt work to concrete to metal buildings to steel homes. Look no further than 3MC Construction. Dirt work is one of the most important aspects of any construction project. It is the base on which everything else is built. Call 3MC Construction today at 903-658-0828 or online at 3mcconstruction.com.
Back once again here tonight at the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville, here at the CDL Training Academy broadcast booth. Mark McClain, Jason Martin, Ken White with us here tonight. And it is time for our Randall Dodge postgame show. Henderson Lions go to 2-1 on the season as Henderson gets a nice victory here this evening over Jacksonville. 42-7 ends up being our final score. For the Lions, scored the first couple of times they had the football this evening. Justin Starling, 2 touchdown runs, one on a 4-yard run with 10-11 to go in the first quarter. And it was Ivan Navarro with the extra point kick, made it 7-0 Henderson. Lions would come right back with 6:36 to go in the first. Starling again, 15-yard run this time, 14-0 Lions. Henderson would score in the second quarter on a Jordan Irvin 6-yard run, 4:59 to go in the half. After Navarro's kick, it was 21-0. For Henderson, that 21-0 is the halftime score, by the way. Third quarter, Lions would score a couple of times. It was Vince Howard to Lamarian Coleman, 66 yards, 8:55 to go. Third quarter, 28-0 Henderson. Lions would extend their lead 35-0 when Eli Malone recovered a fumble on a high snap from center over the punter's head in the end zone. And with 6:22 to go in the third, it was 35-0. Jacksonville would get on the scoreboard in the fourth on a 36-yard touchdown pass from the quarterback Clater. Extra point made it 35-7. Henderson would come back with the final score of the night in the fourth quarter. 6:03 to go in the fourth. It was Walker to Coleman, 29 yards on the little pitch forward, but it counts as a touchdown pass. Came with 6:03 to go in the fourth, and the extra point kick made it 42-7, and that was our final score here this evening. So Henderson goes to 2-1 on the season, and we'll get ready for the contest against Gainesville next Thursday night. Jacksonville is 1-2. They will play host to Athens next week here at the Tomato Bowl. So that is, again, our final score tonight, 42-7. And we thank you very much for joining us as we'll kind of wrap it up here on our Randall Dodge postgame show. And we thank you for being a part of our broadcast here this evening. Again, 42-7 is our final here tonight. We invite you to join us again next week. Henderson Lions will take on the Gainesville Leopards. That'll be at Texas A&M Commerce. 7 o'clock is when we get started on Thursday evening with the Coaches Show. Pregame 7:15, the kickoff at 7:30 on Thursday. Once again, our final score here tonight from the Tomato Bowl is Henderson 42, Jacksonville 7. Now, on behalf of all of our sponsors and on behalf of Jason Martin on our camera, Ken White on our video controls and our video production here tonight, I'm Mark McClain. We thank you very much for joining us, and we say good night from the Tomato Bowl in Jacksonville.
Thank you for listening to Henderson Lions football on KWRD Radio, our website and Facebook page, as well as the Henderson ISD website. Tonight's game has been brought to you by
Blue Brothers, your general shelter dealer, J&B Security, UT Health Henderson, Howell Recycling, Gas and Supply, Fairway Ford, Griffiths Towing, Randall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, S&N Cleaners, Trophy Wife Metaspa, Management Training Corporation, Ascent Complete Electrical, Crossroads Family Care, 3MC Construction, Cooper First Automotive, Cabana Sam's, Henderson Football Booster Club, Cayman Transport and CDL Academy, Palestine Home Center, T-Mobile Henderson.
Join us again next week for Henderson Lions football, right here on KWRD 1470 and 98.5, an E-Tex Radio Group station.